What was Friday?
The 17th?
17th?
Yeah, but you did one on the 21st. Oh, wait. 24th, I'm sorry.
Okay, so 24 was the last one?
Yes.
So we're looking for 25.
It's still backwards.
You ready?
Yep.
Got it. Excuse me. So much. 3, 2, 1, go.
The recording has started.
Ooh. I used to be a Dina newbie until I watched Frank's UB2B. With a twinkle in his eye and God by his side, Frank's teachings reach as far and wide. So whenever I need a Dina fix, I tune into Frank26. He's got the latest, greatest news from the street. Tune in now, tune in here, this is the Dina beat. Now take it from me, Frank is no rookie. It's okay, think, give this man a cookie.
Just started.
You never know what suit he'll be wearing, so I wear my sunglasses because they are so glaring. So whenever I need a Dina fix, I tune into Frank26. He's got the latest, greatest news from the street. Tune in now, tune in here, this is the Dina beat. Sit up, be patient, and get ready. Frank's got some news from Walking Stick and Eddie. Frank breaks down the news and keeps us straight. Come on, Iraq, can you give us the rate? So whenever I need a Dina fix, I tune into Frank26. He's got the latest, greatest news from the street. Tune in now, tune in here, this is the Dina beat. Hey, Tink, I need a cookie.
It's early.
Come on, Tink. I deserve some cookies.
Maybe.
Cookies, cookies, cookies. Come on, Tink. Give up the cookies. Greetings, family. Welcome to another one of your Frank26 UB2Bs. We are KTFalways.com, and it stands for Keep the Faith Always in Our Heavenly Father. Before we do anything, we always go to our Heavenly Father. We are a Christian-based organization. KTFA stands for Keep the Faith. Keep the faith in our Father. Will you join me? Because right afterwards, we're going to get to studying. Now, family, the title of your UB2B is what? Let me see. Bank stories. You want some? I think that these bank stories, stories? You know I like things in threes. Would you like 3 bank stories? These bank stories are geared, they are in position. They are brought to you to educate, motivate, lift you, and to give you better understanding of what the banks are doing, in my opinion. Everything that I say is in my opinion. My name is Frank26, in my opinion. You know, I had a guy one time, he says, why do you do that? What? In my opinion, every time you start. It got your attention, didn't it? Yeah, it's goofy. You saw me say, in my opinion? Yeah, a whole bunch of times. Mission accomplished. What we do, family, is we trifurcate our study into 3 parts. The first part, we look at the articles. I know that you're a member of our forum. Please join me now. Go into ktfalways.com, and we're going to go to the second to the last page tonight. We will be starting with final article number 4,955. Final article number 4,955. You better go double check. No?
I said it all.
Right. I'm sorry, give me a second, family. So we'll be starting off our final article number 4,955. Now, granted, that was an article that we talked about the last time that we were together. But if you caught on to my pattern, we always look at the very last article when we were together for a reason. These articles are put together in a sequential order for you to understand, get better knowledge, better, have a wisdom of what they're trying to say. If we just throw them out there randomly, scatter them all over the place, you're going to be confused. These articles are put in a linear fashion for you to see the progression of the monetary reform. Okay? Good. So that'll be the first part where we study these articles. Even though they're articles, I'll give them to you in my opinion. Then what we're going to do is we're going to look at Eddie's report. Last time we were together, I didn't give you Eddie's report. I think I shall tonight. Then we have 3 bank stories. Instead of giving you Walking Stick and my team's report, yeah, we can talk about it next time we get together. And you know what the report is for my teams? It's about Trump. Yeah. But we'll see. Instead, for the third part, how about 3 bank stories? And that's where I'd like to take you. We're going to have a wonderful time tonight. We're going to have a lot of good information. You're going to be really motivated. You're going to be uplifted. You're going to have understanding, wisdom, knowledge of what's going on. Even though it's all in my opinion, I am proud of my teams. And I am proud of the report that we bring to you. And I ask you to please take it to God in prayer, as I am about to do now. Abba, Heavenly Father, I enter your throne room by the permission of the blood of your Son, Jesus, through the Holy Spirit, the comforter that you left for me, to tell you that I love you, to tell you that I'm very, very grateful for tonight, for all those that contributed in putting this program together tonight. I pray for those that are listening with us right now, that you hear their prayers, God, that you soften their pain, that you help them, show them who you are. Answer their prayers. If they have the faith to pray to you, answer their prayers. I apologize, Father, about my attitude. I apologize about my anger, my envy. I apologize about my sins. I don't want them. You can have them because you can forgive me for them. I'm sorry for when I sin and I don't even know it. You can have them because I don't want them anymore. I'm sorry for when I sin, even maybe when I'm asleep. I don't know. But if I do, you can have those nightmares. Forgive me of my sins. Allow me to walk in your light. Why, Father, is there light? Why is there light? Because there is darkness. Nothing lives in the dark. Nothing lives in the darkness. Everything lives in the light of your Son, Jesus Christ. And by that light, by that blood, by that name, Jesus, through the Holy Spirit, I pray to you, Heavenly Father. Amen. Amen. Amen.
Amen.
Hi, Andy.
Frank.
Amen. 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 Thank you, Andy. Love you, my brother.
Yes, sir. Love you. We'll see you at the end.
Yes, sir. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's get to work because we have a lot to share with you tonight. Yeah. Where we at? About almost 1,000 people. It is my prayer that the other 1,000 that normally come will show up. We have some things that we want to share that I think will be useful. Yeah. First of all, we're going to look at the articles. Let's get started. And like you know, we always look at the last article, the last time we were together. And I overlap. I want to see what the last thing is that we were looking at before we look at the new articles. Now, granted, they're not necessarily new because the last time we were together was Friday. So that's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Here we are Tuesday, 4 days later, almost 5 days later. And we're going to start with final article number 4,955. Good news. Good news for our Iraqi employees. You know, the only good news for Iraqi employees is a new exchange rate so that they can get paid. Have they been paid? No. Have they been promised to be paid? Every month. Why haven't they been paid? Waiting for a new exchange rate. Do we have the new exchange rate released yet? No. Good news for our Iraqi employees. Parliamentary Finance announces the date of the launching of bonuses and promotions. The Finance Committee in Iraq City Council of Representatives clarified on Friday that it is waiting for the Iraqi government to send the 2025 budget schedule for approval. Hi, Mark. Bless your heart. Thank you. God bless you, Mark. Humbled, extremely humbled right away. Thank you. Thank you, Mark, for helping us financially. Isn't that ironic? The Finance Committee spit. It was just, they want to clarify, okay? They want to make sure that everybody understood that last Friday they told, hey, we're just waiting for the Iraqi government to send the 2025 budget schedule for approval. That budget was already sent to you. The amendment, Amendment 12-2C, we're still waiting for you to do it. Why do you say that you're waiting for it? Why do you say that you don't have what you need? Why do you lie all the time? Why is the far left of Sudanese government the exact clone, the exact mirror image of my government? That's not a coincidence. Think heavily about what I just told you. There will always be cockroaches. The Finance Committee is waiting after the budget amendment is complete. Well, complete it, stupid. Hypocrite. For the government to send the budget tables that will show whether there are specific increases or otherwise. Of course there's increases. You've seen the massive budget? Of course there's an increase in the exchange rate. Of course there's an increase in the budget tables. But all we want is for you to do your job and just get one simple little amendment done. Have you done it? Final article number 4,956. Will spending be disrupted by delaying the budget amendment? A government advisor explains. What'd you say? Excuse me. What did you just ask, government official? Will spending, me, the government, the money that I use, for all these massive budget projects, will spending be disrupted by delaying the budget amendment? Like what Parliament is doing, they're delaying the budget amendment. Will my spending be delayed? A government advisor is asking. What are you, stupid? What's the blue title? Yes, sir, it will. Why are you asking a dumb question? Because they're delaying it, Frank. Yeah, I know. I mean, everybody sees it. It's obvious. It's right there in front of you. The far left of my government will tell me, oh, no, your borders are secured. I can see it's not. Oh, no, what you're seeing is not what you're really interpreting. You're freaking lying to me. Will spending be disruptive by delaying the budget amendment? Ask a parliament guy. Will it? Oh, no, it won't. You're lying to me. That's why this question is asked. Final article number 4,957. President of the Republic. Excuse me. President of the Republic, and it's one of the presidents. We cooperate with many countries to invest in Iraq. What for? What for? Your economy sucks. No, it doesn't. Your inflation is insane. No, it doesn't. Your reserves are crappy. No, they're not. Your exchange rate is at 1310. So you think. Don't be playing games with me. What are you talking about? So what do you think? President of the Republic, we cooperate with many countries to invest in Iraq. What do I say up on top? Yeah, and the reason why is because we are secure, we are stable, we are ready. Security and stability, that's what we needed, right? Yeah. Quote, and we now have security and stability, which is one of the most important needs. Okay, family? Rest assured, you have security and stability. Rest assured that that's what was needed in order to bring forth the new exchange rate and the new lower notes. Rest assured that this is what Dr. Shabibi wanted for his monetary plan. Rest assured that that's what Dr. Shabibi told our Blue Star John. Hey, John, when we have security and stability. And this is what we constantly are seeing them brag about. I'm surprised they don't have the Goodyear blimp going by and saying, we have security and stability in Iraq now. Yeah, I know you do. Everybody knows it. The whole world's pouring into your country. World banks are going crazy. Everything that should not be happening to your country because you're at a program rate is happening. How is this possible? What is this? Do. This is the Twilight Zone. What you're seeing on your television screen is actually not real. Do. We now step into the new dimension called the monetary reform, giving purchasing power to the Iraqi citizens. Whoa. Why do you say that? Quote, because we now have security and stability, which is one of the most important needs for the reform. Final article number 4,958. IBBC to host innovation conference in Baghdad next month. The same thing. What for? What for? I'm serious. Iraqi British Business Council. IBBC. I like saying that. IBBC. IBBC. No, really, look, Iraq and the British Council, they've always met. They've always met. But what's the blue title for this? IBBC, for the first time you're going to meet in Baghdad? Why? Because we know what's happening in Iraq. I guess so. You always avoided it. First, you said it was a war-torn country. Then you said it was a terrorist country. You always avoided it. IBBBC. Now you're going to Iraq. What for? To host the innovation conference in Baghdad next month. Wow, that's this is actually an important step on your behalf, IBBC. Can you tell me a little bit more? Sure, Frank. Quote. The statement elaborated that in his paper on ease of doing business in Iraq, Professor Frank Gunter, who is speaking, pointed out that modernizing and digitizing the financial system not only will enable swifter transactions, access to and international funds, but also reduce the opportunity for corruption. Oh, security and stability. Yeah. Yeah, cockroaches, they've been squashed, Frank. Oh, we still have a few of them, like you do. Final article number 4,000. You mean you have cockroaches? Yeah. And we have cockroaches? Yeah. Is that a coincidence? No, that's a pattern. Final article number 4,000. Why do you think he's firing everybody, man? What do you do? I am the official dog catcher for the east part of Iraq. You're fired. Today, $50 million from my tax money to buy condoms for people in the Gaza Strip? Are you serious? And you're going to sit there and complain that we're not passing your stupid budgets? People are hungry in Iraq Parliament. You're serious. You're not going to pass these budgets. You're taking your sweet ass time, huh? Final article number 4,959. Kirkuk oil on the cusp of a major boom with British BP. Family, when does BP sign? Somebody answer me. When does BP sign? Thank you, Claire. Claire just put the article up there for you to see it. Oh, look at Makia. Makia, you Hawaiian, huh? Makia, February the 1st. Very good. Mark Vandershoots, February the 1st. Cheryl, February the 1st. Yeah, Steve Lee, the 1st. Tevra Williamson, the 1st. Yep. Carol Lee, all of you. Not one person has got it wrong. Holly, the 1st of February. Can I ask you something, family? Okay. Here's the next question, since you answered the first question. And I like things in threes, so there'll be 3 questions. So my second question is this. If you were the board of BP and you were about to sign a massive oil deal with Iraq, are you seriously going to sign it at 1310? You've never signed it before? Show me something that you've signed in the last 20, 30 years with Iraq's oil company. No, they got their own oil company, don't they? Yeah. BP, why? Out of nowhere. Oh, they put out the fires that Saddam made? No, that's not why. Heck, you guys went over there and helped them put them out. BP, you didn't do anything back then. Why didn't you stick around and continue refining it? BP, on the 1st of February. Well, let me see what my family is saying, okay, before I go any further. Let me see. I have no idea what that is. Thank you. Thank you, Steph. Cheryl says, nah. Scott says, no way, Jose. Donnie Inman says, no, sir. Miss Jeannie says, nope, no, 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 no. Tony says, nope, nope. Can I explain the delays on Article 12 passage? Are you serious? What do you think I'm doing right now? What have I done in the last 20 minutes? Frank. Help me, God. So, yeah, very good. Very good. Oh, look at Joe's making an interesting. Joe Grana. First non memo of understanding signed, Frank. First, they got to sign that. Yeah. Could end up delaying the signing if the rate hasn't been changed by then. Oh, pass out King 1. Very good. Yeah, so if we go past February the 1st and BP still hasn't signed it, what does that tell you? There's a new exchange rate. And they're waiting for it. Now, if the new exchange rate comes out before February the 1st, well, yeah, let's sign. Do you understand my thinking? Okay, here's my third question. Is there logic in my thinking? If you were BP, if you were the board of BP, you already told me you would not sign. Is that logical for you not to sign in case it's at 1310? Is it the right thing to do? Is that logical? Is that the wise thing? Is that the prudent thing? Is that what you should do? Let me see. Most definitely, Sir Scotch. What's the matter with you? Roger Bernstadt says the signing will be delayed. Okay, and if it is delayed, are you going to go, no? Or are you going to go, hey, elementary, my dear Watson? I know why you no sign. What, you think I'm stupid? No. I am brilliant. Yes, Miss Jeannie, absolutely. When they write the contracts in February, Peggy says what? Yes, Frank, lots of logic, says Carol Lee. Okay, good, I got one that agrees with me. Yeah, that's right, Eric. That's exactly where it's buried right now. That's why everybody's coming over and signing and doing all kinds of things in Iraq. Let me see, Eddie. Hey, Frank, with all the garbage you get, I can't believe you asked that question. That's funny. Donnie Inman, good evening. Yes, with new Ray Frank, you're the best. Oh, Christabel. Oh, you're sweet. Now we got to convince everybody else, okay? Final article number 4,959. Kirkuk oil on the cusp of a major boom with British BP. What do I say up on top? What's the blue title? IQD IQD flows without restrictions. So does Iraq oil. So does Iraq's oil. If their currency flows without restrictions, well, of course they're going to raise the value. And Iraq's oil, it flows without restrictions. Final article number 4,960. Parliamentary finance, spit. The government must expedite spending the 2025 budget tables. Excuse me? What? What'd you say? Take this for me, will you? Trace it for me. Add it to the list. Just add it to the list. Parliamentary finance. The government must expedite spending the 2025 budget tables. What are you, geniuses? Okay, Parliament finance wants the Iraqi citizens to know that the government must expedite spending the 2025 budget tables. Well, you must pass the amendments, you knuckleheads. Then we can go right ahead and expedite spending the 2025 budget, you hypocrite. How is it that you can blame others when what you are blaming them for is your errors?
I've had it. I've had 4 years of it. Enough. The Iraqi citizens have had 4 decades, 5 decades, 6 decades of it. Enough. Parliamentary finance. The government must expedite spending the 2025 budget tables. What do I say up on top? What's the blue title? Laughing out loud. You funny. Final article number 4,961. Oh, hello. Now. This is good. This is good. Here we go. Ready? The governor of the Central Bank of Iraq meets an official delegation from the United States of America. Oh, really? Okay. Who's the official representative that you met from America? I met with the U.S. Chamber of Commerce. That's good. Were you talking about the Iraqi Stock Exchange? Forex? Dow Jones? What were you talking about, guys? Well, basically, the Chamber of Commerce is saying, let's change the exchange rate. Governor of the Central Bank of Iraq meets an official delegation from the United States. His Excellency, Governor, Central Bank, Iraq, Mr. Whatever, Alaka, receives this Vice President of the U.S. Chamber of Commerce and the Chairman of the U.S. Iraq Business Council, really, and his accompanying delegation in Baghdad. Why are you guys there? We're at 1310. No, you're not. During the meeting, they discussed banking and economic relations between the two countries and the upcoming visit of the Central Bank of Iraq delegation to Washington and their meeting with the U.S. Chamber of Commerce and American companies next April. The meeting discussed the desire of American companies to invest in the energy, infrastructure, and modern technology sectors and to invest in security, stability, witness. You get that? This is a beautiful. Not we want to invest in Iraq. We're bringing over our stuff. I'm bringing over my pajamas. We're staying overnight. This is forever. This is a great relationship we have with the American businessmen, with the American Chamber of Commerce. Yeah, and by the way. All of this infrastructure and modern technology sectors, and the reason is to invest in the security, in the stability that is now witnessed by Iraq. Well, that security and stability is now going to witness a new exchange rate, and that's the only reason why you're there. You're not there for a program rate. You're not there for a sanctioned rate. You're not there for your currency to have restrictions on it. No. You're not there to lose money. You're not there for the auctions to steal your money. You're not there to lose money. No. You're there because you know exactly what's going on. And so do you, KTFA family. You're good students. The two parties also discussed the mechanism of international trade and the process of Iraq's transition to a fully operating in foreign transfers through correspondent banks. Why? Nobody has ever in the past. Because they all know what's going on, Frank. The Central Bank of Iraq announces support for the U.S. investment opportunities. Why? What do I say up on top? Invest in the security and stability of Iraq. Beautiful article. Look at this, 3 articles in a row, boom, 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 all together. There must be a reason for that, family. The central bank receives an American delegation and discusses with its Iraqi foreign transfer. What do I say up on top? What's the blue title? Foreign transfers and 1310 is like oil and water. They do not mix together. So when you read these articles one after another, boom, 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 you're going to realize exactly what the plans are for their budget. And it's not 1310. So when is it going to be, Frank? When are they going to do it? I don't know. This is the Middle East. I don't know how many times I got to tell you, after they agree and they sign on the dotted line, when they come in the next day, to activate what they signed on the dotted line, they are going to change it. That's the Middle Eastern way. And if you haven't understood that by now, shame on you. The Middle Eastern way. When they come back in the next day and they say, okay, now we want to add this to it. Okay, now we want to take this away. Okay, no, now we want a better percentage. Okay, now we want. No, 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 no. You've already signed it. Yeah, we signed it. So what? We want this. No, no, you can't do that. What do you mean, Mr. American? We're not going to do it. What are you talking? This is the Middle East. This is what we do. You should be offended if we don't do this. If we don't bicker and dicker, what does that say about me? If you don't allow me to bicker and dicker, what does it say about you, Mr. American? Greedy, huh? We want the best for our family, for our tribe, for our sect, for our area. So yeah, we're going to renegotiate. Yeah, we're going to re-talk this over again. I don't care we signed it yesterday. You Americans, American, a New York minute? No, no. What's Mr. Frank say? It's a New York nanosecond. You want now? You want now? Now? I'm sorry. Go somewhere else and get now. Not in the Middle East. Final article number 4,962. Al-Sudani confirms Iraq's readiness to coordinate between regional countries. Now? 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 Well, okay, you can have it now, now, now. Sudani, are you ready? Yeah, I'm ready. Now, 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 for these Americans want it now, now? Huh? Are you ready, Sudani? Al-Sudani confirms Iraq's readiness to coordinate between regional countries. What do I say up on top? What's the blue title? Trump's orders fulfilled peace in the Middle East. When you read this article, family, you're going to find out that the only way to get all of these things is through channels of peace. This article is brilliantly put together for that. Final article number 4,963. Al-Sudani. Economic reforms have raised the level of foreign investment in Iraq. There you go. Hey, Donnie, isn't that twice for Donnie tonight?
No.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Donnie. God bless you, sir. God bless you so much. Thank you. Man, you're always faithful. Thank you, Donnie. Final article number 4,963, Al-Sudani. Economic reforms have raised the level of foreign investments in Iraq. What do I say up on top? What's the blue title? Sudani also shows security and stability to everyone. But this article is telling you that economic reforms have raised the level of foreign investments in Iraq. The only reason that the economic levels have been risen is because of the security and stability that has been brought into Iraq, that the auctions have been removed, that you no longer have the terrorists acting the way they have with the power that they had in this country before. The way that these terrorists in parliament were raping Iraqi citizens is the same way that they were going to rape investors. Not one investor got near. It was taboo. You don't get near Iraq, you'll get ripped off. The whole world's pouring into Iraq now? What does that tell you? Quote, Al-Sudani explained that economic reforms have raised the level of foreign investments in Iraq, and because they can trust us now, trust us. And that American companies are invited to participate in the development renaissance that Iraq is witnessing and the attractiveness and the business-friendly investment environment. Heck yeah. Let me tell you something. No, maybe I better not tell you something. Final article number 4,964. Minister of Trade calls for holding a, quote, Made in America exhibition in Iraq and the presence of American companies in the Baghdad exhibition session. Whoa. Remember when I was a kid, I used to always say, made in Hong Kong, made in Japan, made in hecho in Mexico. Nah, everything now says made in China. That's disgusting. Thank you, Nixon. But soon, your children's children will see made in the USA. Minister of Trade calls on holding a Made in America exhibition in Iraq and the presence of American companies in Baghdad exhibition session? Interesting. What's the blue title for this article? The hand of Trump, the hand of God in the Middle East God bless America and Iraq. That's a fact. That's a fact, Jack. Yeah. Let me trip. Quote, he called on an American company to hold a Made in America exhibition inside of Iraq and organize a forum between Iraq and the American private sectors to review investment opportunities and available projects, and hoped that American companies would be present in the session of the Baghdad International Fair. Are you kidding me? Everybody showed up. Everybody showed up. Final article number 4,965. U.S. banks want to invest in Iraq. Yeah. U.S. banks want to invest in Iraq. Central bank will provide support. You see the sequence of these articles and where it's taking you? Follow the money, family. Follow the star. U.S. banks want to invest in Iraq. What for? Central bank will provide support. Oh, I'm sure you will, Central Bank. What's the blue title for this article? Wow. U.S. banks, you want to invest in Iraq at 1310? Oh, okay. Final article number 4,966. Economists. Notice the pattern of these articles where it's leading to. This is the fourth one in the same direction with Trump. Trump is changing the rules of the economic game through gold. Trump is changing the rules of the economic game through gold. An economist in Iraq is saying that Trump is changing the rules of the economic game through gold. Remember was it yesterday? You saw an article and it said that Iraq has over 100 tons of gold. For those of you that are in premium, Club 26, you saw what I posted these past few days, didn't you? It's not 100 tons of gold. It's 152 tons. This morning when you woke up, there's the article, 152. But you ready for this? No, it's much more than that. Why would a country have so much asset backed? Could it be for their currency? Family, they will never tell you. Remember last year or 2 years ago, yeah, we got like 60 something tons of gold. Last year, we got 75 tons of gold. I keep telling Eddie what? No, they don't. It's more. The last time I think they told them, they said, we have 110 tons of gold or something. And I told it, no, it's not, Eddie. This morning they said, we have 152 tons of gold. No, it's not, Eddie. You ready? Your gold? It's immeasurable. Tell me, what kind of an exchange rate can you come out with? If you do go in a basket, those 7 countries are the most powerful countries on this planet Earth. Brilliant. That's their asset backed. Like what I say, if you're going to go in a basket, make sure that you're asset backed. Personally, I say just go asset back and float at 3+ and take all the other Middle Eastern currencies with you. That's what they're waiting for. Trump is changing the rules of the economic gain in the world through gold. That's what this article is telling you. And it comes from Iraq. And what's the blue title? What do I say? Gold will change many currencies soon. No, I'm not into Nafara, Jazara, whatever that stuff is. If you are, okay, good. More power to you. But I am looking at the fact that Trump is using gold to do some amazing things, and it is a and, and it is about to affect. Hey, Rebecca, thank you, sweetheart. Thank you, Rebecca Hill. Trump is doing some amazing things with gold, and in my opinion, these movements that he's been making are going to affect a lot of currencies. No, I'm not into Nazar Nafara, but I'm into studying a basket that I hope they don't get into. But because they study it, I study it with you. Gold will change many currencies soon, in my opinion. Good article. Final article number 4,967. Parliamentary Committee reveals the date of passing the budget amendment in Parliament. What do I say up on top? The budget is the key. The budget is the key to unlock everything. And here you got Parliament teasing and coming out, okay, I'll tell you what, we know when we're going to go ahead and sign this amendment. You know what? Just forget it. Just forget it. You're not worth anything. Nobody pays attention to you, Parliament. You are a fading echo. Final article number 4,968. Coordination framework. Coordination framework. Coordination framework. No enmity with Trump and America, but we are friends. Yeah, no enmity. We ain't got no. He's not our enemy. No. We Parliament, or excuse me, we the framework. Same thing. Yeah. We Malachi, same thing. We got no enemies. We got no enmity. We have no enmity. We have no enmity with Trump. Okay, he's not a booger butt. No. He's just a booger. No. He's a good guy. Yeah. Even that Sasquatch. What's his name? Sasquatch. The governor from one of your states, the big guy that wears the gym shorts. What's his name? The bald-headed guy, Lurch. He even said he thought that Trump was a good guy. He talked with him a couple of days ago. Yeah, Header, better. Header said he was better. That's what he said. Yeah, okay. So with that in mind, we got no problems, says the framework. Who is in big trouble? Who doesn't know anything? Who hasn't received one update? Who hasn't had any audience with a lot? Who doesn't have any information on the reforms? Who is angry? Who is they're so angry. Their cash cow is dead. Fell right over. All four legs sticking up in the air. They are so pissed. They are so in a bad mood. Coordination framework. We don't have any enmity with Trump and America. We are friends. And you're in the figment of your imagination, maybe. You think America considers you Iran, a nuclear weapon, want to blow up Israel, a friend? Of course not. Your people are. Your people are beautiful. There's some of the more beautiful Arabs in the Middle East. Your music, the food, the history. I mean, the history alone of Iran is amazing. My Christian faith is there's a lot of history there. We could be so good friends. Let me see. No enemy, Trump in America, but we are friends. Yeah, that's a figment of your imagination because we're not friends right now. What is it that I say up on top, ladies and gentlemen, for this article? When the light of security and stability is turned on, the cockroaches run. Of course, they're going to sweet talk. They're desperate. And you should be extremely excited about that state. Final article number 4,669. I'm sorry, final article number 4,969. Coming from Erbil, a convoy of American military vehicles arrives in Assad base in Anbar. What do I say up on top? USA is going nowhere. You got that, Parliament? Quote, a security source in Anbar province reported on Sunday that a convoy carrying American vehicles and equipment arrived at Assad base coming from Erbil province. It is a large American convoy carrying American military equipment and vehicles arrived at the Assad air base in Al Baghdadi area in the hit district west of Anbar. Yeah, yeah. The blue title, USA is going nowhere. You got that, Parliament? You got that, KTFA family? We ain't going nowhere. I've always said it. There it is, in print. Please enjoy. Why do you think we're going nowhere? Trump. Are they willing to pay us back with oil? Yeah. Do you like that deal? I did, but I don't anymore. Why not? We were there for 20 years. Yeah. I'm gonna drill. Baby, I'm gonna drill. We'll have more oil than the Middle East. So I don't want them to repay me back with oil. What do you want them to repay you back with, Trump? Protect my dollar. Don't give oil to anybody, especially Iran. I'm sorry, don't give oil to my enemy, especially Iran. And raise the value of your currency. That's what I want. What do you want? Final article number 4,970. Iraq boosts financial stability with huge dollar and gold reserves in U.S. and Europe. Seriously, Iraq? You boost your own financial stability, in order to bring forth a new exchange rate. You boost your own financial stability with huge dollar and gold reserves in the U.S. and Europe. Okay, what else do you have to say? A country that has huge reserves of hard currency is considered an economically stable country. There's that word again, that can intervene at any time to address imbalances in its balance of payment structure. Look what I say in blue parentheses. And to increase the purchasing power of your currency, country. Continuing. It also provides an important element in establishing the country's credit worthiness, enhances the country's credit rating in international transactions, and provides cover for its local currency. You think 1310 provides cover? You think that this investment, this massive, huge gold and dollar investment into the reserves of America and Europe is something that is being done lackadaisically just for the heck of it? There's a purpose, there's a reason for it, isn't there? Of course. What do I say up on top? No. Even 152 billion is not correct. Iraq's wealth is immeasurable. What does that say to you? The article talks about the idea of how much that they have in reserves. The article here talks about the fact that they have 100,000. Here they say to you that the report, the latest report, as of now today, Iraq has 152.6 tons of gold in their reserves. No. And then the article talks about foreign investments. talks about foreign coins, it talks about variable reserves. Why? You're a good student, you know why. Final article number 4,971. Baghdad and Erbil agree. Parliamentary consensus to pass the budget law amendment soon. Yeah, I know. I keep hearing it every time, every day I wake up and, oh, we passed it. Well, we're going to pass it soon. We passed it. Well, maybe we'll pass it tomorrow. We passed it, but no, we ended up passing gas. We passed it, but I don't know. Yeah. What do I say up on top? Yeah, they agreed with more demands, and this is the Middle East way. And that's why I gave you that example, family. This is the Middle East. Sure, you may have an agreement with Baghdad and Erbil, but you think that Parliament is happy about that? They're so jealous. No, you don't. What? No, you don't have. No. Kurdistan and Baghdad do not have an agreement on the oil. No, we are Parliament, and we are telling you, you do not have an agreement. The Iraqi citizens, are you listening to us? Erbil, they just said Kurdistan. They just said they had an agreement with Baghdad. No, they don't. No, they don't. No, not at all. Not at all. Well, you see, what happened was that, yeah, they agreed. And then Erbil just very simply did what they do in the Middle East. Hey, listen, we also want to add this onto it. Okay, fine, we added onto it. Hey, do you see that? You see, they don't agree. They don't agree. You see, they want to they change it. You see, they don't agree. Okay, shut up. You disgusting troublemaker. And that's what this article is about. So when you see that they say, they being the troublemakers parliament, oh no, there is no agreement with Kurdistan. There is not going to be any oil coming in. The budget is screwed. That's why we can't vote on it. Oh, no. Now you know the truth. Final article number 4,972. Budget amendments proposed spark disagreements between Iraqi government and parliament. What do I say up on top? A temporary solution? Maybe. Maybe the amendment won't even need a vote now. What? Once again, the budget amendment proposal sparked disagreement between the Iraqi government and parliament. Parliament says, oh no, Baghdad, you don't have an agreement with Kurdistan. No. And then all of a sudden it turns out that Sudani says, yeah, we do. No, you don't. Yeah, we do. We have a temporary solution, kind of like, that I can create what do you call it, a supplemental budget. Yeah, we have a temporary solution. They just want a few extra things, and I said, okay, fine, we're going to throw them in. But what do? You exaggerate. You make it seem like it's the end of the world, Parliament. Get out of here. And they walk away like a dog with its tail between its legs. Shameful. Here's my side tink. They walk away like my far left Democrats. Every time they open their mouths, they make fools of themselves. I mean, it's not like I'm lying. The world sees it. Our Democrat Party, for some reason, is just so bitterly angry. And this is not good for their health. This article in itself is telling you that there are no disputes, there are no problems, and anybody that tells you that there is, they're just flat out lying. Here, you read this article because it's got a lot of good stuff. Look there's another article right underneath it. The oil minister, Parliament is studying a draft law to receive the Kurdistan region's oil. No, they're not. They're flat out lying. When you read this, you'll find out. Go to the next one, go to page 249. For the advertiser that we have, who is it, Jan? Ann, okay. Hang in there, Ann. I'll bring you in about 5 minutes or so. All right, family, now we continue. Final article number 4,973. Kurdistan regional government opens banks accounts for 2,009. I'm sorry. Let me do this again. Kurdistan regional governments open bank accounts for 290,000 retirees. Really? They opened accounts for citizens in Baghdad. Now Kurdistan is doing the same thing. We just opened your account, retirees. You're going to need this. What do I say up on top? Whether they want it or not, it's for the monetary reform success. Final article number 4,974. Quote, finance, what? Resumes meetings to amend the Kurdistan region oil item in the budget and warns. Here we go again. I really shouldn't even waste any more time in putting articles up from Parliament, but I want to put them up so that you can understand the difference between good and bad, the difference between hot and cold, the difference between light and dark. What do I say for the blue title for this article? Parliament has to stop these games. Oh, we're going to vote. Oh, we're not going to vote. Oh, we're going to vote. Oh, we're not going to vote. Oh, they don't have oh, we didn't have enough people to show up. We got to stop these games. Because nothing that you're doing, Parliament, is helping in any way, shape, or form. Sudani doesn't pay attention to you. The only success you have is maybe once in a while you piss off my friend Eddie. That's about it. You got to stop this. You got to work as a parliament with the cabinet of the GOI. Stop this, Democrats of the United States of America. Final article number 4,975. I'm not saying that the Republicans are perfect and they're saints. No, they're just as goofy as the Democrats, but they're not insane. Final article number 4,975. Why do you think that Jesus came? Why did Jesus come? It was just 10 laws. That's it. Moses gave you 10 laws. But what did you do, you Pharisees? You Sanhedrins. You Sadducees. You preach. You're high and mighty hypocrites. You stand on the corners and you pray really loud so all the citizens can see you and say, oh, look how holy you are. You're a hypocrite. You're not even praying to God. You're going through motions. Jesus did not come for the 360 laws that you added to my 10 laws. You messed it up. The same thing here. The same thing here. Parliament is messing it up. They keep playing games. Final article number 4,975. World Bank officials pledge to Sudani to finance several oil, energy, and infrastructure projects. Well, that's fantastic. What do I say up on top? World Bank does not pledge to 1310. The World Bank officials, they pledged to Sudani to finance several oil, energy, and infrastructure projects. Are you serious? Those are billions. You pledged this at a 1310 rate. That's why I say up on top, the World Bank does not pledge anything at 1310. Final article number 4,976. Between economic experts, they are warning the government denial. The value of the Iraqi dinar is at stake. Remember in Gunsmoke when they had that triangle and it was dinner time? Ding 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 dinner ding 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 ding. Well, somebody get me a ding 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 ding. Holy, oh my word! Look at this. Between economic experts, the experts in Iraq, who are warning the government denial that if you don't add value to the Iraqi dinar, well, then our currency is at stake. Our currency is at stake. The government is denial. What do I say up on top? The only denial of the monetary reform is in the belly of Parliament, and Sudani he's just full of it. He is just full of it, but he is also full of control. As informed government sources denied on Tuesday, January 28, 25, that the Iraqi government has any intention. The Iraqi government has any intention, we deny this, to reduce the value of the dinar against the dollar. Are you listening to us as Iraqi citizens? Did we not tell you not to listen to the rumors? We, the government, we deny. Excuse me. We, the government, we, daddy. Who's your daddy, Iraqi citizens? That's right, God. Well, who's your backup daddy? Me, Sudani. Now I know. Okay, I broke my oath. I wanted so badly to give you purchasing power, to go up before the end of the year. Hey, I missed it, but I'm still here talking about it, ain't I? Did I run away? Did I turn into a coward? Did I deny anything? So I'm here to tell you, no, we're not. We deny. We deny that. That's the only thing we deny. What Parliament is telling you, that we're not going to add value to the currency. They're full of they're wrong, Iraqi citizens. We deny this. The intention to reduce the value of the dollar, the dinar against the dollar, despite rumors, okay, despite rumors indicating upcoming measures to confront economic pressures and challenges in the international markets, okay. Despite, what do I say? What's in blue parentheses? Parliament rumors, please just die. Just die. Continuing. The news about the government's intentions to reduce the value of the dinar against the dollar is absolutely incorrect. You know very well what Sudani's been telling you. He added, the government is working to stabilize, there's that word. The government has been working to stabilize the official exchange rate set by the central bank and to seek and seeks to control the parallel market. Any change in the exchange rate during the current stage or within the 2025 budget schedule will lead to negative results. And that is why the government is committed to strengthening the current rate. You got that, Parliament? You listening, Iraqi citizens? How many times do we have to tell you not to pay attention to these idiots? On the political front, political affair experts, Azawi, pointed out that the U.S. President, Donald Trump, who is expected to return to the White House, may change his policies? May change his policy? Do you wanted them to pay you back with oil? Yeah, I did, but yeah, I'm going to drill, baby, drill. So instead, I want them to. So you heard that speech I gave you. You heard that speech I gave you. Now you hear this. Azawi pointed out that the United States President Donald Trump, who is expected to return to the White House, may change his policies towards Iraq. Azawi explained Trump, as an economist, realizes that politics is managed through economics. Now, do you see why I told you what I told you earlier? Good. If you're with me for the first time and you don't know my teaching style, I apologize. I'm not a teacher. I'm not a professor. I'm just a student like you. But I teach in a specific way, in a certain way. What I present at the conclusion, it will all be summarized and understood. Right now, you just experienced a portion of that. That's if you've been with me from the beginning. Final article number 4,977. Egyptian Prime Minister visits Baghdad tomorrow with a large delegation of businessmen. What do I say up on top? Why? Why? Mr. Egyptian Prime Minister, don't you know it's a scam? Final article number 4,978. Government advisors reveal Iraq's gold reserves and hedging against ill-considered race to buy it. The economist, Prime Minister Mohammed Shaleh, revealed Iraq's gold reserves, which are estimated at about 152 tons. The gold reserves is undoubtedly an important part of the Iraqi foreign exchange reserves as it contributes to enhancing financial stability and confidence in the national currency. According to the announcement data, our gold reserves have reached about 152 tons. What do I say up on top? What's the blue title for it? 152 tons? No, much more than that. Final article number 4,979, parliamentary finance, parliamentary pressure on the government to send the 2025 budget table. What do I say up on top? How ironic, you hypocrites. You ask for what Sudani demands from you. Final article number 4,980, releasing salary of Popular Mobilization Authority members. Wow. Do you know what Popular Mobilization Authority members is, family? It's kind of like your glorified Cub Scouts or Boy Scouts. What do I say up on top? Salaries released, but at what rate is the question? Final article number 4,991. Donald J. Trump at Real Donald Trump, quote, the era of America decline is over and the golden age of America is officially underway. What do I say up on top? What's the blue title for this article? Quote, sir, a new exchange rate for Iraq's currency is also officially underway, in my opinion. Those are the articles that I wanted to share with you. They are powerful. Right now, I'm going to stop because I want to bring in, who am I bringing in?
Ann.
I forgot. Oh, Ann. Ann, it is 10 after. Take this until about 15 minutes. Are you there, Ann?
I'm here.
Hi,
I'm
sweetie.
here. How are you doing tonight, Frank? You look so dashing in your blue suit tonight, and I'm sure that your wife and all the women watching this YouTube would agree to that.
You're very kind and sweet. The floor is yours. Take it to 725. Now, hold on. Family, listen to what Ann has. Write down her phone number, her email, however it is that you can get a hold of her, because that's the only way you're going to be able to get this product for right now. As you know, I went through cancer, and I strongly believe that there are many ways that we can get cancer. I deal with hundreds of phone calls. The stress that you put me through might have caused it. But I also know that fungus and bacteria are also the cause of cancer. Please listen to our sister Ann. The floor is yours, Ann.
Okay, very good, thank you very much. And before I begin my talk, just as Frank said, I would encourage everybody to just have a piece of paper and pencil so you can make some notes as I go through this, and I'll provide my phone number at the end. And so my topic tonight is going to focus on the subject of blood and two highly advanced blood cleansing products. Now, some of you listeners might now be thinking, why in the world would anybody need a blood cleansing product anyway? And very likely, we've never even probably even heard of blood cleansing products, right? So to bring this to life, let's all remember in this society, unfortunately, in this environment and these modern times, we're all living in toxic soup. And all of us are taking in more chemicals in one day than our grandparents took in their body system during their entire lifetime. You know, when my grandmother was born, there were no paved roads in 1898. Now tire dust goes up 1 mile. When she was born, there were no jets or automobiles emitting all those fumes. There were no such things as pesticides, herbicides, artificial preservatives. And even today, the scientists are saying when a baby is born, it is already going to have 221 toxins in its little teeny body on the day it's born. How sad is that? So in terms of the topic of blood, I'd like to remind people about the importance of their own blood. You know, several thousands of years ago, even our ancestors knew about the importance of their blood. As they wrote in the Bible, life is in the blood, and blood is the river of life. And way back in historic times, cavemen revered blood so much that they made blood sacrifices of animals, which you know about because they would draw pictures of animals being blood sacrificed on the walls of their cave. And when the Bible was being written, starting out in the Old Testament in Genesis 2:2, God even commanded Abraham to blood sacrifice his own son Isaac. Then many years later, Jesus gave up his blood for us at the time when thousands of people every year would bring their sheep and doves to the city of Jerusalem to be blood sacrificed. And in today's day and age, blood is considered so vitally important for human life that blood is stored in blood banks. And blood transfusions, of course, you know, save millions of lives per year. So let's give some thought briefly to why blood is so crucial. Blood in the form of red blood cells contains oxygen, which obviously we need to survive. Did you know that we can only live 5 minutes without oxygen, or else we could experience severe brain damage? We're counting on our blood to, nutrify our brain and deliver vital oxygen at all times. Did you know if our blood stops delivering oxygen to all of our body parts for a duration of 10 minutes, we're going to die? Blood is also responsible for delivering nutrients to every single cell in the body, and without a continuous supply of nutrients, our body cells would starve to death and die. Blood aids in our immune system because it's our blood that delivers our white blood cells, antibiotics, and antibodies to kill off our infections. Our blood transports hormones, which are chemical messengers, which travel through our blood in order to regulate processes such as their appetite, our mood, etc. And our blood is what delivers our bone marrow stem cells to fix up our body parts as they're breaking down. And lastly, among this long list of what our blood does for us, we have to remember that our blood actually transports our toxins out of our body. When the toxins are pushed out from the cells, the blood will take some of those toxins to our lungs where we breathe them out. That's what bad breath is all about. Toxins stink. If our blood transports those toxins to our skin and underarms, we perspire those toxins out. That's why we use deodorant to mask, the odor. If the blood takes those toxins to our colon, we're going to do those toxins out. And if the blood takes those toxins to the kidneys, we're going to pee them out. So remember, life is in the blood. Blood is the river of life. And for all the good things our blood can do for us, living in this world of toxic soup, we really should be doing whatever we can to help our blood out and to keep it as clean as possible so it can freely move around. And, why? Because of our time, we have a whole bunch of junk in our blood, like chemicals, fungus, and microplastics. You have to realize that all that stuff in our blood, the blood's not going to be able to freely flow. Picture a blue-green flowing river compared to a river full of sludge and pollution. Do you think a highly polluted river is going to flow as freely as a blue-green pristine river? Certainly not. So when your blood is all junked up with toxins, fungus, and microplastics, that is what causes fluids to build up and inflammation. And when fluids build up, causing inflammation, they press on nerve endings, and that can cause all sorts of problems, including pain. Ouch. So when we have clean blood, our blood can freely flow effectively, delivering our oxygen, white blood cells, antibiotics, nutrients, hormones, and stem cells where they're needed to go to keep everything working in a healthy state. Well, there's something else that's gunking up our blood. And unfortunately, scientists have recently become aware that there's another extremely harmful thing that is really gunking up our blood. That thing in these modern times is called microplastics. Microplastics are leaching out from plastic water bottles, mayonnaise jars, microwave cookware, and the list goes on and on. And microplastics now can even be found in fish swimming near Antarctica. Microplastics can be found in alligators in Florida. Did you know that most of us are ingesting enough microplastics during a 90-day period to equal what would be contained in a plastic credit card? So that would be like eating 4 credit cards per year. And microplastics are so minute, unfortunately, that they get in our bloodstream and the blood takes them to all our different body parts where they are getting stuck. And the only thing that can get those microplastics out of our body that we know of is a product that's highly advanced, created with quantum technology. I'm not talking about nanotechnology. I'm not talking about microtechnology. These microplastic particles are so tiny, they can only be removed from the blood using quantum technology at the subatomic particle and wave level. So why do scientists now know that getting rid of microplastics in our bodies is so important. Well, I'm going to give you a homework assignment, and you should, look on the internet, and to save you a little bit of time, start by looking for an article posted and published in August 2023 by the National Institute of Environmental Health Science. So you could write that down, Microplastics, August 2023, National Institute of Environmental Health Science. I'm going to read some of that that article verbatim to give you an idea of how harmful microplastics are. Quote, in that article it says, plastic and microplastic exposure can cause a host of harmful health impacts which are not yet fully understood. Plastics and microplastics can cause disease, disability, and contribute to premature death. Researchers suspect that ingesting microplastics impact the colon and small intestines and cause chronic inflammation and immunosuppression. I'm looking at my time, but I'm getting to the end. Don't worry, Frank. In humans, microplastics may act as transporters of toxic chemicals and bacterial pathogens into tissues and cells. So you get the point. I know we're short of time because Frank told me to stop it soon.
You got 5 more minutes.
Okay, then I'll continue. I always want to
Hey,
be
hey,
aware
hey,
of
hey,
breaking
Ann,
down.
Ann,
Okay.
Ann.
Yes?
This
Yes?
product, honey, this is, I appreciate the education that you're giving us, but we want to know about this product. It is amazing.
Okay.
Plastic particles have been embedded into our foods, into the air, into our clothing. It is in our bloodstream. It is plugging up our veins, arteries, and capillaries. It's destroying our microcapillaries. It is everywhere. It is plugging up our circulatory system. This product that you have, if I remember, I think you said that there's a liquid or a gel or a pill. Tell us about the product. Go ahead and say whatever else you want, but tell us more about the product. How do we take it? What does it cost? How do we order it? Because it is going to help people with prostate problems. That's what the real big reason of prostate issues, swelling, is bacterial and fungal infection. You got a product that has proven track record and history on it. Yeah, we want to know about this. And this product also dissolves the microplastic in our bodies. This is amazing. Go right ahead. Keep on talking.
Right. Okay. So yes, this is very highly scientifically formulated, and I had the opportunity to talk to one of the quantum physicists, and what he shared with me is plastics combined with fungus are causing problems like prostate situations and breast situations. Also, fungus, he told me that fungus, which is found in our blood prevalently, we got to get it out. He said fungus is the cause of all neurological problems, whether it's Parkinson's, Lou Gehrig's disease, schizophrenia, depression. It all comes down to too much fungus in the brain. And scientists have confirmed this by conducting hundreds of autopsies of the brain. And then, so we just have to get all this stuff out. And this is a highly advanced quantum product. It comes in a spray bottle. We spray 4 squirts underneath our tongue as a maintenance dose once a day. It's made out of, fortunately, plant molecules extracted from plants. They've analyzed with a supercomputer thousands of blood samples and thousands of plant extract molecules to determine the top 44 different plant molecules that are going to be most effective for cleaning out our blood. And so I've been taking the products for like about 4.5 years, but I didn't start researching it extensively until just about 4 months ago. And once I found out how effective this is in these times where, so many diseases are being caused by all these toxins building up, including microplastics and fungus. We got to take steps to take it out of our body. This is why children are getting diseases that only older people used to get. So for $79 per month, you want to check this out. I'm going to give you a website where you can start investigating this on your own. And if you ever want to learn more, give me a call. If you want to get a bottle of it to try it. So write this website down and do your own research. And if you call me, I can give you even more websites to look it up, okay? So try lyntestimonies.com. That's L like in Lima, Y is in yellow, N is in Nancy, testimonies. That's TESTIMONIES.com. LYN, that stands for Live Younger Now, testimonies.com. And after you explore that website, if you decide you'd like to give that blood cleansing product a try or want more information, please feel free to phone me at 727-623-5170. 727-623-5170. Now, I want to conclude my talk by a quote coming out of a book that Suzanne Summers wrote about 10 years ago called Toxic. And it was a 326-page book, and I'm now going to read a sentence on the second to the last page of her book that summarizes her entire book, so you don't have to read that book, right? She summarized her entire book with one sentence from the words of Suzanne Summers, who is not a dumb blonde. She was the opposite of a dumb blonde. Okay, she, started getting her medical degree, but then she became a prolific author of health-related books. So she concluded her book by saying, quote, detoxification is so important that not taking steps to detoxify is a sure path to death and a torturous death at that. So don't have a torturous death, okay? Just get on a product like this, do your research, and give me a call. My name is Ann at 727-623-5170. Again, write this down, lyntestimonies.com, and start doing your research. Thank you very much, Frank.
And I thank
725.
and I thank you, sweetheart, because this is a major issue. We are baby boomers right now. I am. I just this year I will be 70 years old, and I have lost my prostate, and it was cancerous. But if I would have had this product, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. But there are many, I mean, hundreds of people that I have talked to that have gone through cancer, brain cancer, kidney cancer, liver cancer, prostate cancer, gallbladder, you name it. I have had every phone call that you can think of. And a lot of this cancer is fungal and bacterial. I believe that this product may be a blessing to a lot of people because once you start using it, especially gentlemen, if your flow is diminished, if you are having pain when you urinate and you use this product and you notice something, I mean, it will work rather quickly. It'll kill that stuff very quickly. It's not like it's a tumor. We're talking about fungus and bacteria. Now, I think you'll be impressed with this product. So, go to the website that Ann told you about so that you can study. And if you want to order it, call Ann. Her phone number is 27-623-5170. Or you can call me and I'll connect you to Ann. Ann is the one that will be able to get you the product. You tell her you're with KTFA so that we get credit for it. I appreciate that. and or you can call me and I'll hook you up with Ann. My phone number is 419-283-2552, 419-283-2552. No, seriously, Ann, us baby boomers that are falling apart now because we're 60 and 70 years old, this is a very interesting product that I think it would be a blessing to a lot of people. And then this epidemic, this crisis of plastic in our blood. Family, look this up. If you don't know anything about this, Google it. Google it. Go to YouTube and bring up pictures of circulatory human being circulatory system clogged with plastic. Every human being, everybody has plastic in their veins, arteries, and capillaries right now. This is going to be a wonderful product. God bless you, Ann. I look forward to talking to you again, okay?
Okay, thank you very much, Frank.
You bet.
Take care. Bye, everyone.
I'll probably call you tomorrow. You take care. Bye-bye.
Okay, great. Thanks.
Yeah. I mean, I am grateful to Ann. I'm grateful to God that this product has come. I wish I would have had it before my conditions, but that's okay. Alrighty, family. The very first part of of our study tonight was the articles. Powerful articles, huh? Powerful articles, especially the last one from Donald J. Trump. Now, what I'd like to do is the title of your UB2B tonight is Bank Stories. So I'm going to eliminate some of our study and I'm going to replace it with some bank stories because they will be helpful, they will be informative, they'll be motivating. And this is the time when you need this. The pattern that we picked up. Hi, Dr. Tooth Fairy. How are you? It's good to see you. Thank you kindly. Thank you. Every time I see you, I should smile. Anyways, thank you, Dr. Tooth Fairy. God bless you. Oh my word, what was I saying?
The bank stories.
Yeah, what about? But anyways, these bank stories at this stage. Oh, yes. The thing that we noticed that in the first week of January, 3 weeks ago, we noticed a pattern with these banks. Back in November, we noticed that they stopped saying that it was a scam. Okay. In December, they still said we're not saying it was a scam. Okay. And more so December, the end of it, it was like, yeah, we've been going to meetings. Yeah, we know what's going on. Okay. Yeah. Okay. But then the first week of January, banks kind of like shut down. They became silent in just talking. They won't tell you it's a scam. They won't say, they just really, like, leave me alone. That was an interesting pattern because they were all acting that way. So I'd like to play you. Actually, what happened was I have a bank story and then I had a phone call with another bank story. So you're going to hear them back to back on the same recording. And then when we're done, oh, actually, you know what? Let me save these two because they're back to back on this recording. Instead, let me call this other individual because this bank story, I told the person, I said, no, I'd like for you to come on. I want you to express to the family the way you are expressing to me what happened to you. So halfway through the bank story, I told her, stop. So I want to hear the rest of the bank story myself too, because it was pretty good. And Tink, if you hear that she misses anything, let me know, okay?
Okay.
All righty. So here we go. I'm calling you Mrs. T. Let's see if she answers here.
Hello.
Hi, Mrs. T. This is Frank26.
Well, hi. How are you?
Mighty fine. I'm excited to talk to you because I only got the first half of your story. And
I'm telling you.
the first half, my eyebrows couldn't go any higher. They kept going higher. What? And my wife, then she teased me and she started to tell me some of it. And I said, no, 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 just stop. Let her tell us tonight when she calls. So, Mrs. T, I am grateful to you. First of all, what state are you in?
I am in Illinois, sir.
Illinois, right down the street from me. And what bank did you go to?
So I bank with a credit union, actually.
Ah, this is even better, a credit union. And when did this happen?
Oh my God, yesterday, Frank.
you're still
Unexpected.
you're still high. You're still on the fumes. Go right ahead. The floor is yours. What happened?
So this was unexpectedly out of the blue, and I had to maintain myself, if you will. Okay, so I went in there to take care of some banking business. And what happened was I got my banking business done, and then I was pulled into a private room by the private banker.
Well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Why did he pull you in a room when you were just doing some banking? Does he know you? Recognize you? You have a history with him?
Okay, yes. I didn't know how much time I had.
You have
Frank.
all the time you want, girlfriend, because this is a great story.
Okay. So what I've been doing for the past 4 years is going in there and they'll say, well, hi, how are you today? How would you like your money back? And I'd say, oh, the USN notes, the ones that don't have that federal nasty on them anymore, and all in hundreds, please, rainbow preferably. And then as they were changing systems, I would say, quantum. And then, time went on and I said, oh, De La Rue machine. And then, so I never told him I held currency. I just started pointing out things.
Okay.
And then finally I went in to get a car loan about August. And finally, during the process of getting the car loan, the topic of gold back, world is coming back, the gold standard. We're coming back to the gold standard, etc.
Right.
And we just happened to be talking about, XRPs and, dinars and things like that.
Okay.
And I still did not tell my loan officer that I held currency. However, she opened her drawer and said, I hope that it's true what Trump's about to do because I can't wait to cash this in.
What? What did she have in her drawer?
Dinar.
What?
Yes.
Okay.
Along with a few others. However, that was the end of that. Like that day, there was no more conversation of it, right?
And when was that? When did that happen?
In August.
Continue. Then continue with your story.
Okay, so then Monday, I got told that I needed to come in and take care of a banking matter. I said, okay, sure, I'm on my way. So I'm going in there thinking, I'm just taking care of the banking matter. So I did that. I took care of the banking matter, and then I was getting ready to leave, and they said, well, do you have a couple minutes? And I looked at her, and I said, well, yeah.
Really?
So, yeah. And I said, mind you, I didn't ask, I didn't approach, I didn't ask for nothing.
The same lady from August.
Well, and two more people.
Are you serious? Now, wait a minute. In August, did you establish that you had dinars?
No, still didn't.
All right. So, okay, in August, did you establish that you have foreign currency?
No. I said, yeah. I said, I hear a lot about that kind of stuff. I said, but, I said, it'd be nice if it's true and people that invested in it, was successful is what I said.
Okay.
And so just because of the things I was saying to them throughout the 4 years.
Yeah, they knew you were a student.
Process.
You were not talking like an average person. They knew you as a student of this currency. So the three of them gang up on you, and they asked you, psst, 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 come here. And you walked into their office. Did they close the door?
Yes, they did.
Go on. What happened? Go on.
And so while I'm in there, they asked me, do you happen to hold dinar? I said, yeah. Then they said, well, do you hold dong? I said, yeah. They said, well, do you hold zim? Yeah. So basically, they named off some currencies, and I held quite a few of them. And then they said, never mind, tell us what you don't hold.
Let's reverse engineer this. Okay. Okay. So then what?
So then they finally realized, I am somebody that obviously knows something. And then
Yeah.
now they know why I've been saying the things for 4 years.
Right.
And then they say to me, well, we kind of got something overnighted in an email for morning banking business, and it pretty much states in there, things are changing in the world. I can't elaborate on it.
Wait a minute.
I
Wait.
can't even admit or deny if I saw the letter myself.
These three people told you that their office got a letter that currencies are about to change?
A lot of things in the world, in financing, business,
Are about to
school,
change.
yes. All banks got it.
If
All
you're in the
financial
room,
institutions.
they got it?
All financial institutions did, yes.
I'm not going to ask you any more about that piece of paper because it's too dangerous to talk about. But who sent that piece of paper?
Let's just say it came from the government. Our new blessed team.
Okay, I don't know how much farther we should go with this. Are you serious about this?
Cross my heart, honest to God's truth, and I swearing on family members that you don't do that. Swear to God.
I always
Swear on the Bible.
thank you. I always ask for the day, the state, and I always ask for the name of the bank. But this is a credit union. I don't know if we should give this credit union name out.
I don't think so because the problem is they're not for sure yet if they will be one of the places that may be involved.
They even know that.
Yes. Yes.
So all three of them were basically happy for you, I guess. How's that?
Well, let's just say I have a bad habit of not leaving my money in the bank.
Uh huh.
And they said, well, are you going to start trusting us a little more? Will you put some money in here?
Are you going to charge me to exchange my currency?
I said that. And I said, or 10 or 15 or 20 of us that may use your resources.
You're a student. You listen to me a lot. That's exactly what you need to do. You need to go in there with more power in order to waive those fees. And even then, they're going to tell you, "Oh no, corporate will not allow us to waive those fees." And then you say, "Well, hey, I understand. I'm going to go to another bank." And you get up and you start walking out. The next thing you know, they're going to be like the 9-pin that refuses to fall down. They're going to wobble back and forth, and they're going to say to you, "Well, wait a minute. I'm the president from Venezuela. I changed my mind. I'm sorry. I'm the president from Mexico. I changed my mind. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know who I am, but I changed my mind. Okay."
Right. Right. So
Wow.
things are getting very, very exciting. And I'll tell you, Frank, like I told Tink on the phone, I had to try to maintain professionalism because I didn't know if I was coming or going sideways to Tuesday.
I'm
yesterday.
sure you were jumping like inside you were going crazy, but yeah, you had to be cool, calm, and collective. You didn't want to melt and turn into a 5-year-old that got a piece of candy and you're all excited about it there. But
Right.
I can't believe that they were professional with you, or were they were they laughing? I mean,
No, in fact, then the other 2 loan officers came in the room with the 3 of us that were already in there, and 3 of the loan officers hold it themselves. And I'm not just talking dinar.
that letter, it was not sent by our government. It was sent It was not sent by the banking industry, by the banking
No.
structure. It was sent. I know who sent that. Oh my goodness.
It was, I'm in charge. The gauntlet is about to drop.
I don't know anything. Me no speak the English muy bueno. Ixnay, mixnay, pixnay, or something like that. That's all I know.
So you understand the letter I'm speaking of then?
The same letter I just called you.
Yes.
Okay, let's stop right there. I
Yeah,
am
it's very,
very grateful to you. Is there anything else that you want to share with us that they might have told you that? I mean, what if they don't know if they're going to be a part of it, but they're preparing for it, and I mean, and then they, oh, you see, we can't talk about what.
no.
No, we can't.
Let's just say the golden age has started, or if not, maybe has already been going for a little bit.
There it is. Here, allow me to read to you 2 pages from Walking Stick that I did not intend to read, but based on what you're saying, Frank, President Trump put the world on notice that.
Why did he, Frank?
Yeah, that's what he did. He put the world on notice that the American dollar will be the reserve currency of the world with or without you. Trump
Ding, ding,
protects
ding,
the
ding, ding,
United
ding.
States dollar and the IQD. Today, our military forces have poured into Iraq from one area to refortify what we have. Why? To protect the reforms, to protect the currency. Trump was saying, "I'll take your oil, but I'm going to drill, baby. Therefore, I'll take a new exchange rate for the IQD that I have in my reserves. And deal, 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 or no deal."
No choice deal.
Oh, no choice deal. Did you hear that? No
Five
choice
D
deal.
Frank. 5D chess.
Oh, that's a good one, Mrs. T. That's a good one. All right. I'm glad you didn't give the name of that credit union or they would be bombarded. I'm glad
Yes.
that you shared what you shared with us. I know exactly where that letter came from and who it is, but I don't talk about it. You opened up a new file. You opened up a can of worms that we're not going to talk about. We're going to leave it right here.
Well,
And
can I share one more thing with
no.
you?
As long as you don't say who that letter's from, go right ahead.
No. I will say I was told I am probably the first and only one in the world as a
Careful.
RIer
Yeah.
that will ever know about it right away.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah. The weather in Jamaica is really good right about now, and I like vanilla ice cream, and I'm trying to change the subject here.
Put some chocolate syrup on it.
You know, I have been introducing banks in Premium and Club 26, and I've been introducing credit unions. A lot of people were asking me, "What? What do you mean credit unions?" I said, "Yeah, well, you'll be surprised." But
That's
anyways,
what she told me. Because I said, you guys weren't even supposed to be involved.
yeah, they really weren't supposed to, but there's a demand for recruiting all the help that can be trusted.
Well, that's ding. Exactly. And you know why? I was told because in the upper echelon of the banking world,
Hmm.
some people that were told it was a scam in the banking business,
Must go ahead.
some people are mad
They
that
got
Trump did this, and they're cleaning out. There's no need for the employment of so many not so good bankers.
bingo. They're cleaning out the floors of many banks, just like they cleaned out the floor of the CBI. They're getting rid of them.
Yeah,
A
and
lot
so
of
they're
in,
trusting in the ma and pa banks,
a
is
lot of
what I
in,
was told.
a lot of employees are disappointed and angry with their own bosses at the banks because how dare you tell us that it's a scam when it's not a scam?
Yep,
Why did you take this away from us?
exactly.
Well,
So
thank you,
take
Miss.
it or leave it, but don't lose hope, guys, because oh my Lord, Frank has been teaching us 100% accurately, appropriately, and he's been spot on.
Thank
And
you.
I will say, no, I won't say that because we don't do that, but I know things a little further, but I can't. So I can't.
We'll leave it at that. God
Yeah.
bless you. And hey, nah, I was going to say get a copy of it, but no, let's not mess with it. God bless
I
you, Miss.
asked.
Oh, you okay? We'll talk tomorrow, okay? I'll
Okay,
call you.
Frank.
I'll call you. Hey, for real.
Thank you.
No, for
God
real.
bless.
For real. I'd like to talk to you tomorrow. Thank you, Mrs. T. God bless you, and we'll call you tomorrow. Have a good evening, and thank you for sharing this with us in your opinion.
Hey, yep, in my opinion. Yep, God bless. Love
Uh,
you. You love you and Tink, and call me anytime.
yes, ma'am. Bye bye now.
Bye-bye.
I mean, what do you want me to do? All right, family. Now kick back. That's story number one, bank story number one. Here's your bank story number two. That was powerful. Now you understand why I've been giving credit unions and premium. Not everybody belongs to premium, so not everybody knows half the things that I do. I told you I was going to put everything behind closed doors. Oh no, please, Lord. Please, Lord. Oh no. Please, Lord. Yay! Wow, this thing must be old. It took forever to light up. Okay, here we go. So hit play. Kick back and relax, family. This is two stories, 26 minutes right here of bank stories, two of them back to back. Please enjoy.
Okie dokie, sister. I finally got this thing to work. Now, we're not going to say your name, but do tell me, what state are you in?
I'm in Virginia.
Virginia.
Hampton Roads, Virginia.
Yeah, and what bank?
I went into J.P. Morgan Chase, and I don't even have an account with them. I have an account at the other big bank.
Did that happen?
It's one that everybody hates.
Did that happen today?
Yesterday.
Yesterday. So this is Chase Bank. Go ahead and tell me what happened to you.
Well, I've been calling Siri, where's the nearest J.P. Morgan Chase Bank? And she was, the AI would say, 3 hours away. It's a 3-hour drive, Maryland. They didn't tell me there was one in Virginia, not a J.P. Morgan. Then I kept calling, but I was driving by my bank, and it's a whole strip of banks. Yeah, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, and another bank, and then I saw Chase. I said, huh, this is new. It was all lit up, and I got a flyer in the mail about Chase, and they were saying how you could become a private client. You know, and I was going in to ask about the flyer, and I went in there and it had on the window J.P. Morgan Chase Wealth Management Division, Investment Division. I was so excited to see all of that. And it didn't look like an ordinary bank. You walk in, usually I see tailors at my banks when I walk in. I didn't see a tailor. I just saw 3 big enclosures, 3 big offices, all glass enclosed. And the gentleman called me in, and he was very friendly. And it happens we were both living in New York at the same time, in the same place. And we became friends right away. He put me in the computer, and I said, now I have to open an account because I don't have an account with Chase. I didn't even know you existed till the other night I was driving by.
They're popping up all over the place. I will
admit. Yeah, it was very well lit up. So he said to me, we haven't been here long, but I said, well, I'm going to get right to Chase. Do you exchange foreign currency? see the teller around the corner, and you can't even find a teller. They had two tucked in the corner. It's just mean, big offices outside. He said, "Do you have to know?" I didn't have to say a word.
What? Wait a minute. Wait. So you're sitting there in his office, and what did he say about that they have these? What was it again? Repeat that.
He said, if you want to exchange your currencies, you'll go around this corner, and there were like two tellers tucked in the corner.
Oh, I see. And notice that those two tellers were separate from the rest of the tellers of the bank.
There were no other tellers there.
That's right. These are
glass enclosures.
Yes, they're trained.
Lounges, sofas.
They're trained specialists that will deal only in the exchange of foreign currency, whatever foreign currency. I'm not being specific, but yeah. And it just popped up and you are blessed to be in one of them. And you sat down, and the guy says to you. Well, you told Chase, but I love how you told Chase. I'm going to cut to the chase.
I have several.
And when you said,
do you have to deny?
and so when you said you had foreign currency, you asked him if they exchange. He flat out asked you, "Do you have the dinar?" Why? And what did you say? What did you say to him?
I said, yes, I have a lot of different ones, but yes, I have the dinar. He didn't ask how much or anything like that.
Okay.
And he said, well, we have a wealth team. You know, we have an investment team, we have a division. And he said, wait a minute, I want to get you to the name, the CEO or the vice president. I can't remember. But he said, the secretary came in and said he's got an appointment. He has an appointment for the rest of the week. So the assistant vice president popped in the room with me and the secretary. So now I'm sitting there with three of us sitting there, you know.
Word traveled fast in that bank that you were in there, and they all came in to see you.
The assistant vice president. I'm sitting there with the officer, the assistant vice president, and the secretary, and they're all talking, making small talk. Talking about my house, just making friendly chat.
Did you tell him what color you wanted your fingernails painted? You in charge, you understand?
So he said he has an appointment for the vice president to go over, and he was also complimenting me. Talking about me in like tweed jackets. I had a tweed blazer, so they were both talking about my blazer, just making small talk. And it's a million now on the computer, but we came make an appointment to. We find out his schedule is clear. So by the time I got home, I had an email. Your appointment is scheduled for Friday at 11 a.m.
Now, when you go, sister, you want to suck up all that they have to offer you. You don't want to know a date. You don't want to know a rate.
I don't care about that,
you
right.
know what's going on. But this is a new bank, new service. And guys, you have a new division here specialized in exchanging foreign currency. Well, guess what? I not only have the Iraqi dinar, but I have boom, 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 boom. Tell them
I told him I had song too, but I didn't. If I have several, I have to listen. We'll wait for that.
That's the best thing to do, is to diversify, because we don't know what the basket is going to entail. Although I have a much clear understanding, and I've been teaching it. We've narrowed it down to 7 countries, but I just hope that people are listening to what we share with them. But you want to find out every perk, everything that they're going to do for you. First of all, how are you going to exchange my currency? Are you going to charge me a fee to exchange it? And they'll tell you, 1%, 2%, 3%. Wait a minute. Before we even go any further, before we even take the next breath, I got to ask you a question. Do you think it's fair for you to charge me to exchange this currency when I'm going to put it in your account and you're going to make money with it right away? Aren't you making money? Aren't you making money? Aren't you making money? Aren't you making money off of my money? And then you may freeze my account for 30 days? Aren't you making money off of me? And you're also now wanting to charge me to exchange this and then put it in your bank. You want to charge me for putting it in your bank? I tell you what. I tell you what. I got one of two options. I hope you write this down. I tell you what. I got one of two options. I'm either going to say goodbye to you right now and go to another bank and see what they got to offer me, or you going or you're going to pick up the phone and drop those charges for me right now.
Okay.
It's that simple, Mr. Bank Officer. Now they're going to fire back and they're going to tell you, well, these are corporate rules and regulations. Yeah, and they can be changed because I got a lot of currency. So, do you want my business or not? Now, as far as you taking a CPA, nothing wrong with that. I would take a lawyer, but you may, well, you don't necessarily have to do any of that right now. You're not in position to exchange. The day that you're ready to exchange, oh my goodness gracious, take everything. Take the kitchen sink with you. Take Bigfoot with you. Huh?
When he emailed me, he said, please bring your driver's license back because you're already in the computer, but we need your driver's license and another form of ID.
They're creating a profile about you.
We have a wealth team here could help you if you choose to go with us.
And by the way, did you buy your dinars at that place, at that bank?
No, I bought it from you.
Okay.
You're a broker, and I have others that I've just ordered from Great American Coin Exchange.
Do you have any other friends in the Virginia area that can go with you? Because if you go by yourself, okay, but if you go with other friends that have a lot of dinars too, all of a sudden what you're asking has even more power, more authority for them to waive it.
You know what, Mr. Frank, it's strange that you should say that. I told him, I have another friend, but he doesn't have as much as I do, but he has, because they had a flyer, and they only asking for like $100,000 or something. I said, but he far exceeds what you require for a private client. So I'm bringing him with me, which is in ours.
Okay, all right, that's good. And then hint, don't lie, never lie, but hint that, and because you probably do, hint that, listen, I'm bringing you an example of one person. I can bring you many more.
Okay.
Because if this is successful, shoot. You don't think we're going to put that bank on our KTFA form for everybody to know and everybody can go there too?
My goodness.
The whole purpose,
I will give you the address.
Yes, the whole purpose, and that's what I've been teaching. When the blessing occurs, we are the only site on the internet that's going to release thousands of places that the CBI has private banks for you to exchange at. Number two, all the family members of KTFA, when they are successful, they will call me, they will tell me where they were able to exchange, and I will post it on my form after we vet it.
Right, I'm from Virginia. That's where I was. 1700. I forgot it was 1700 something. Yeah, I'm in Hampton.
Well, I'm very, very proud of you. Now you got the mission. When you go back, ask all these questions. Ask them. Start out with that fee, because if there is no fee, then you continue and you ask more questions like how much can I take out on a daily basis? What kind of insurance do you have? Do you have a vault that I can use? Do you have lawyers here that I can use for less real estate investment or whatever it may be? What are all the things that you can give me? Do you give me regular or decaffeinated coffee when I come in? What are the things that you're going to do for me? Ask every question and see what they can. Because every time you ask a question,
be recorded. I'm recording that part.
Because every time that you ask a question, it opens the door for them to not only answer it, but to give you more answers. Okay, I hope that makes sense.
You're so helpful.
Oh, good. So you want to know what kind of insurance? I know you're recording now. So what kind of insurance is the bank going to offer me? Because the FDIC of 25, what is it? They only cover you for $250,000.
250,000, right?
Yeah, and that's a joke.
That's
so do they have supplemental ways of protecting your currency? I mean, there can be insurance programs, Lloyd's of London. There's many different ways, and you want to ask if they can help you. What type of what can you take out? If you want to take out $50,000, is that permissible? Do I have to make an appointment to ask for it if I want it physical? if I wanted physical cash, how long does it take for that to get to me?
Okay.
All the
I'm still taking notes.
all the privileges, everything. Well, all your investors, all your people, all your experts. I want to know more about what they're going to offer me.
Okay. Well, because I didn't even, I want to help my family. Yeah, I don't have
hold on, I have to put somebody on hold. Hold on. Brother G, can you hold on because I have someone on hold. I'm working with them right now.
I'm at your service. I'm holding on, sir.
Thank you. Override. Okay, sister, I am very, very proud of you. I'm so excited. I can't wait until you get back and see what else they have to say because
after the meeting.
Because they already know. They whatever meetings they're going to, shoot, what did they say? You got the nurse? They didn't ask you.
He didn't ask me.
He didn't want to know if you had cookies, if you had Oreos or Twinkies. He wanted to know, you got the nurse? Why you ask me if I... Why you ask me if I got the nurse, fool? Don't you know it's a scam? What's the matter with you? He's excited.
I'm so grateful for the gentleman you had on to help us.
Yes. He's offering classes. He's doing that. Oh, no, that's the other gentleman, the real estate guy. He's doing classes, and those are good classes. I would encourage you to think about those too. Well, now look at here. I'm grateful to you. I got another call, and I'm going to wait until you get back with me, okay?
All right. And you'll be on this evening at 6, right?
Yes, ma'am. 6 o'clock, and I'm going to play your recording. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you for the call.
Bye-bye. Hey, G, I actually have a recording going on right now because I just recorded a lady with a bank story. Are you by any chance calling me about a bank story, a continuation of what we talked about before? Or are you calling...
We talked last week, sir. You said you wanted me to do follow-up this evening, but I'm at your service.
May I record you?
You want to record that now or tonight?
Right now, because I just finished. I did not stop the recording is what I'm trying to tell you. I am still recording. May I record your story?
Yes, you may, sir.
Roger that. What state are you in?
Florida.
What bank?
Wells Fargo.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And this is the follow-up of the Wells Fargo. You talked to us before. I called you George.
That's correct, sir.
All righty. Go for it, George. The floor is yours. What happened?
Thank you, sir. Greetings, family. Yes, I'll follow up. Frank had asked me to contact who we affectionately call Mr. T, my contact at a Wells Fargo branch in Central Florida, to find out the follow-up information, what they can provide, et cetera, to bring everybody up to speed. I wanted to give you a little short history. Wells Fargo, in the years past, has said we do not recognize the dinar, the Iraqi dinar. And then a year ago, they started talking about we do not handle the dinar, Iraqi dinar. Now, 2 weeks ago, I walked in and recapping the initial call a couple weeks ago. And I just happen to say, I understand there's a lot of activity in the international world concerning international currencies. And as you all heard that we're on the call before, my contact, who's been promoted to an upper middle management position, came up around the corner and stated, oh, yes, there's a lot of activity. And I said, especially with Wells Fargo? He did say, oh, definitely. Now, he told me at that time, you know, what he inferenced, he didn't tell me other than what he said verbally. There's a lot of activity in the international market concerning, the banking world rather, concerning international currencies. When he came up closer to me behind the teller line, he looked at me and winked because he knows my assets are in the Iraqi dinar, the Vietnamese dong.
He was trying to communicate something to you?
Well, he was, but he winked at me. Now, that was what I reported 2 weeks ago to the family.
Right.
And you asked me then to give me my marching orders to go back in to see if we can take him to lunch, dinner, or whatever, because he's my personal banker who's been now promoted out of that position to an upper management position within the branch. Now, I did call him, sir, and I said, hey, Mr. T, how's it going? He says, oh, yeah, a lot of activity. And I said, well, yes, well, I'm calling you. Mind if we get together for a lunch so we can talk? He said to me this. He says, George, the last week, which would have been a week after the week I reported this to the family and to you, sir, he said the information spigot has been turned off. The heightened activity at the local branch levels have been diminished. And the meetings I was originally attending, they're not having those discussions at the meeting at this time. Now, I thought this might have been a Debbie Downer kind of situation, but it's not, and I'll explain why. He says all that information about the currencies, international currencies, foreign exchange currencies, etc., is at a higher level, and they have cut the information pipeline intentionally. He did say to me, however, the branch manager knows more than what he lets on about knowing. And that's the one that used to give me the evil eye when I used to come in.
Right.
Say,
and he gave you a smile the last time you were there. Yeah, I remember.
Oh yeah, but then Frank, at the end of the discussion, and I'm saying, well, so you don't want to meet for a lunch at this time? He says, I don't have any much more to tell you. But he did say this to me. He says, because I want to get in and the most important stuff, the information. I said, well, who is your wealth management group for the Wells Fargo branch? He said to me, Goldman Sachs handles this region. Now, he didn't qualify that it's national, that Goldman Sachs does everything. So I got the impression maybe, Fisher or Sherman, the other ones, would be handling other parts of the country. So I don't know if Goldman Sachs does it nationally. However, region in Central Florida, they do.
I believe, in my strong opinion, yes, they will be involved in that area.
Okay, perfect. Well, he said to me, they have a premier package that they offer all the above, the accountants, the lawyers, how to set up a trust, et cetera, et cetera. So they will supply you, as you taught us, a team if we already don't have one. Now he said something very interesting to me. He says, Google Goldman Sachs, and you'll get more in depth of what they offer. They do charge for their services a 2% fee on the high amount initially. Now, I have to get clarification. Do they charge us for that services like we would pay a stockbroker, et cetera, et cetera? So I don't know if it's high, low, or acceptable range. I don't know that.
I don't mind paying any fees for people that are going to help me to invest, but I am very touchy about a bank charging me a fee to exchange.
I get that, sir. Yes, sir. And we've learned from what you said, always get up and walk out, correct?
Yes.
But another thing he said before we closed the discussion, he said, George, I have your number. I said, I will call you as things break. And he said to me, because I said, I'm interested to know how we're going to handle my assets. He says, oh, Wells Fargo knows your assets. And like he told us, we bought from a credible people, which, your group, and bought through like Wells Fargo. I bought a lot of Dong back under.
You're going to be well taken care of, brother. You're going to be well taken care of.
Yeah. So he said, oh, yeah, we know what you have. You will be hearing from us. And that was it. So then I called you to let you know I followed up per your instructions. And it looks like it parallels a lot what is going on with the Morgan Chase group.
Good. Yes, sir, they should. Yeah. Wow. I'm very grateful to you, George. I'm very grateful. How is it you put it? You're my Aaron.
I am your Aaron, yes, sir.
Well, thank you. And if I got a feeling they're going to follow up on this very soon. If they do, let me know, okay?
It's a pleasure doing that for you, sir. And I'm at your service always. To the Lord first and to the family. But I tell you, it was a very interesting call. I think he's been kind of told from his manager to cool it. And that's why he didn't want to jump right into a lunch. His whole community, he doesn't want to be seen, but I get that. So
At the beginning,
I'm assuming, but I guess that's exactly what's happening. But he will call me, trust me.
in the first week, George, of this month, we noticed that. We noticed a complete shutdown. Aki won't. I mean, I haven't had a chance to talk to Aki since at least 2 weeks, and that was the reason was because his family's sick. Okay,
yes, sir.
I'm not going to touch it. I'm going to leave that alone. But still, then we had to open the door to the east, our east connections, and they were willing to talk to us and tell us, yeah, we see those lower notes in those pictures. Yeah, they're using the 3-0 notes. We asked, why are they using the 3-0 notes? Why don't they show them the real lower notes? They said, because the real lower notes are going to look like the ones they've got now. What? Yeah, they're just going to drop the zeros. The colors and the shapes will still be the same. The only one that will be different will probably be the 25. You know how big it is. It'll be smaller, and it'll be a 20. Oh. So, yeah, it's hard to get information, but what little bit we've got is just so encouraging. We're waiting right now for this parliament to stop acting stupid. We're in the sense of passing the laws, passing the amendment. It's Amendment 12-2C that we want. That's it. It'll open up the budget and expose a lot. And that's what these banks have been told, in my opinion. That's why they're on pins and needles. What the next step of the monetary reform process is going to affect every bank on this planet Earth. Well, every bank that is involved in exchanging foreign currency. And they all know it. They all know it. Why do you think all the U.S. Treasury is meeting everywhere, all over the place? They all are on pins and needles waiting for this to happen. Now, what is it that they're waiting for? I don't know. I'm suspecting what we're looking at today, the Secretary of Treasury. That'd be nice to have him in our back pocket. I don't know. But I'll tell you what, I got a stronger feeling every day that I wake up that a lot of the decisions of this reform are now being done by a far better leader.
I get you, and I know where you're coming from. Yes, sir.
All right.
I agree.
Hey, I salute you. Thank you.
Salute you. I do have if I can get 3 more minutes off camera.
Yes.
Or
Okay. Let me turn it off.
What I believe is a prophetic dream I had, and I want to tell you about it before we share it with the family.
Okay. Because you're welcome to share it, but no, it's okay. Let me turn this off, okay? Hold on.
Thank you, sir.
Those were your 3 bank stories, family. Seems like every time I bring you bank stories, they just get better and better. We give all honor and glory to our Heavenly Father. He's the one that allows us to have this relationship with a lot of you. I appreciate that you are willing to trust me. If you have bank stories, nobody will know your name or phone numbers. I'll make sure I take good care of you. And I certainly do appreciate every time that somebody calls me and they tell me what happened to them at a bank. Now what I'm going to do, family, what time is it, babe?
8:14.
Oh, it's already that late? Well, let's see how many are with us. Oh, we have a good... Family, it's up to you. Do you want me to give you Eddie's report? We should stop probably. I've been with you over 2 hours now. But if it's up to you, let me see. Would you like Eddie's report? Baby Crab Cake says, no, I don't want it. No, she says yes. And based on your response, and I'm seeing, and there goes the machine gun. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. What's that? I don't understand foreign language. It says SI. What does SI stand for? Sports Illustrated?
What do you see?
It already went by. It went by so fast. Oh, look at it. Someone is speaking in Russian. Karen. D-A-H. Da. Alrighty, guys. Well, then if you don't mind staying up a little bit more with me, when were we last together, Jan? Friday?
The
Friday.
17th.
So I'm looking for Saturday, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Now, family, when we read this, you have to put your mindset back. You have to go back, okay? We are now at Saturday. And Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, wow, a lot of things happened, and we talked about it. Is yes in Espanol? Mark's telling me it means yes in Espanoli, Frank. What's the matter with you? You know something? There are many, hundreds of you that speak Spanish, and you are always asking me to help you in Spanish. I mean, what can I say to you? Would you allow me, family? 2 minutes. 2 minutes to help the Latin community, okay? Hermano y hermanas, vamos a ver si le puedo dar un reporte de lo que está ocurriendo ahorita con este investo del dinario. Resulta que Parliament, que son una bola de flojos. How do you say that in English? Son una bola de flojos que no quieren hacer el trabajo de pasando las leyes, es todo. Son leyes para el budget. El budget es donde se encuentra todo. Todo que necesita para el aceite, el HCL, el HCL, para el pago, para los retirements, para todo lo que se necesita que pagar, todos los proyectos que tienen y todos los contratos que tienen con todos los otros países. Este budget tiene todo eso adentro, como la matriz de una mujer que va a tener un niño, ¿verdad? Pero nada está nacido, nada está creciendo, porque falta solamente una cosa, el exchange rate, el nuevo exchange rate. Porque el exchange rate que tienen ahorita de ese 14.10 no trabaja, no sirve para ese budget. Es imposible. Es como decir, voy a caminar a la luna. No puedes caminar, tienes que ponerte en un cojete, en un roquete o algo, ¿verdad? Para irte para la luna. Es imposible. No puedes caminar a la luna, sonso. Y la misma cosa con esto. Este monetario reformo, necesita el nuevo exchange rate. Necesita que los números que están en el budget que trabajen con el nuevo exchange rate. Porque el viejo no hay valor. So vamos a ver si podemos orar que Parliament pase las pinches leyes, a ver si... Did I say that? Oye, güey, pase la pinche ley, hombre. ¿Verdad? Anyways, ojalá que eso te ayude un poquito. Cuídense mucho. Muchísimas gracias. Alrighty, family. Oh, I don't think I can translate that into English. Oh, no. How do I translate pinche, babe?
Stinking.
Huh?
Stinking pinches.
Pinche? My wife knows it. Here we go. We're gonna now study together. Okay, so let's start with Saturday, the fourth report that came in Saturday. Hey, Mr. Frank, Mr. Eddie says that Mr. Sammy and him had a talk. They had a very good talk. And it turns out that, in their opinion, it's very clear that Article 140 is done and completed. And for the very first time in like 23 years, we never had that before. They tell us on the television that the salaries and the bonuses have not been paid. No kidding, right, Mr. Frank? Yet they say that it's because the 25 budget, the 25 budget tables are not presented. And we know that they still have that Article 12-2C left to pass. That is the big key. So it's like pay will be back, pay retro. Remember how you told us that they could retroactive the whole year? They just told us that for our pay. You were right. So, can you imagine that check? OMG. This Article 12-2C gets completed and we will see all this rolling. We almost at the finish line. I think it's still reverse, isn't it, Jan?
Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
oh, they can't see this unless they have a brain like Leonardo da Vinci. Leonardo da Vinci was ambidextrous. He could write with his right hand, he could write with his left hand. And then on top of that, he could write backwards with both hands. Why did he do that? Because he would put his secret formulas or ideas backwards, and the only way you could read it is if you held it up to the mirror and you read it backwards. That man, whew, he was special. So I'm sorry, but I don't think you can read this backwards, can you? Sorry about that. But there's Eddie making it very clear to me, hey, we know what we need. We need Article 12-2C. Once we get that, everything is cool. We're all set, man. We're right there at the finish line. Fifth report on Saturday. The television is saying that Baghdad now will be the center of resolution. These are the talks between the Kurdistan and Turkey and Syria, and they are helping to resolve all the region's dispute. Isn't that funny, Mr. Frank? You got Parliament telling us that Kurdistan and Baghdad are not working together, and yet we've got we've got all these countries in here helping to resolve this issue. Yeah. Yes, Eddie. Me. Yes, Eddie. I have always said that Article 140 is being used for the census of the HCL, and they will take more census later. But everything is in position. Every day I wake up anticipating that they have released a new exchange rate because it's that close. That's the next step, Eddie, to decide if you're going to float it or if you're going to put it in a basket with asset, or if you're going to come out asset based. Very exciting times. Oh, I repeated that. Very exciting times, very historical, very epic. Mr. Frank, Eddie says that he thinks that maybe that ruling that occurred on Tuesday is what is holding up the last vote on Article 12-2C. They appealed the three controversial laws that were passed, and their hearing is next Tuesday. I say, isn't it interesting, Eddie and Mr. Sammy? We are going from a basket of laws to a basket of currency very soon. Yes, Mr. Frank, let's hope that they do pass it. And if not, I guess we'll be okay no matter what. Frank, Eddie says he feels like the appeal judge will rule the voting was constitutional and squash that appeal Tuesday. That's why he said what he just said to you. My turn. Thanks, Neil. Hey, guys, I agree, gentlemen. It seems that Parliament has painted themselves into a corner where they have no other option but to cooperate and move forward with or without their cash cow. That's it. It's time for them to grow up and move forward with Sudani. Stop the stealing and stop the lies. Yes, Mr. Frank, we agree. Sir, with this journey soon coming to an end, hopefully both of myself and Mr. Sammy and Mr. Neil would still keep in contact with you and your KTFA family. We all want that, please. My brother in America will have new fish market, and he will welcome you and all your family always. Mr. Sammy coming over in few, he will send what he tells him. So that's very sweet of you, and I appreciate that. And yeah, we're family. We will stay that way. You know that. So then, family, that man is still alive? Thank you, staff. Roger, we don't talk about other people, you know. Thanks, buddy, for understanding. Oh, is Mr. Sammy coming over? Okay, so now, so Mr. Sammy he was coming over to talk to Eddie and give him a report. But before that, I said, Eddie, trust me. Well, actually, to all of them, trust me, gentlemen. We will unite, and we will take a long walk on a beach somewhere where we will remember these days and laugh. I look forward to meeting you and all of your family, and even working with you guys. God bless you, your friend, Frank26. Sunday morning, our first report coming in on Sunday morning. Television shows a big delegation from the United States Banking and Chamber of Commerce. They have the Chamber of Commerce Vice President talking about strengthening our banking and investment opportunities. Isn't that interesting, Mr. Frank? We're at 1310, but everybody wants to invest in our country. That's another indication. We are picking them up, just like you told us, and we are understanding. Now, saying a delegation from the CBI will also go to the USA in early April. Eric Sims, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Hurrah. Sunday 3:30, the third report from Sunday. Television saying that there is high-ranking Kurdistan delegation is coming to Baghdad tomorrow to discuss the budget allocations. Ha ha, Mr. Frank. I guess Parliament is going to have to admit that they were wrong. To which I say the following. That's good to see, you guys, that the Kurds are coming to talk about the budget, because it indicates that they are opening the budget very soon. If not, trust me, the Kurds would not come and waste their time. They want to know what's in that budget as far as their fundings. Then he says, yes, Mr. Sammy told Eddie they coming to make sure their part of the budget is what they have been promised and give okay. This is his opinion. Well, it's my opinion too, Mr. Sammy. Sunday, next report, 7:14 in the evening. Mr. Frank, we are seeing a huge convoy of USA military equipment soldiers coming down to the Ashid Air Base from Erbil, and a flight of USA military. We hear all this coming to the base. They're not sure, but it looks like they're about to surround us. And that's it. Then the next report. Hey, Mr. Frank, one law can solve the Kurd oil problems, you know. I know, Eddie. Sunday, 8:59 in the evening, a late report that came in. Basically, it's his Monday morning. Mr. Sammy told Mr. Eddie that Article 12-2C has not been read. It was voted on because a lock from the CBI will have to do his thing, either right before or the same time, to give that rate that is in the 12-2C. This is all in our opinion. Yesterday, 7:32 in the morning. Sudani's on television. He's signing a memorandum of understanding with the UAE. Pictures are being taken. They're all standing there side by side next to each other. They're all happy because they know they're going to make money. Where's my money? Okay, Eddie. Continuing with Eddie. Sir, the Kurds are announcing that they, along with Baghdad, have agreed on the agreement in the budget. You are right, Mr. Frank, to allow resuming flow of oil from the region. And the television just showed Alak met yesterday with a high delegation from the USA and the CBI. A lot is happening, sir. Television special saying Iraq 100 billion in reserves backs Iraq's stability and credibility in the world. Eddie, it's over 152. Eddie, it's much more than 152. And Your ability, your security and stability, Eddie, is immeasurable. Sudani now is on television, and he's meeting with the chief executive officer of Abu Dhabi Security Exchange. It looks like we'll be doing business with them and their exchange centers as well too. He means like the Iraqi Stock Exchange. Television shows Kirkuk moves forward on Article 140. Compensating packages are being offered. Television talking about a surge in international investments in Iraq and in the transportation industry. Mark, thank you, Mark Anglin. Thank you so much for helping us. God bless you. Yesterday, I don't know what report this is, one something in the afternoon. Mr. It's so confusing here. 1 minute, the television shows the Kurds are happy with the agreements to let the oil resume and happy with Baghdad. Then 15 minutes later, the parliament speaks out why oil and gas cannot be passed. And they saying parties are making new demands and blaming Sudani government for the failure. So we get two reports totally different. Yeah, but if you remember, KTFA family, as we read the articles, I explained to you, no, they just added some demands. You want to say demands? Fine. In the Middle East, even after you sign the contract, I'm sorry, you can still change it the next day. That's the Middle East, okay? It's not New York. It's not a New York nanosecond. It is done at a slow pace. It is done with full understanding. Even after you sign on a dotted line, the next day they can come in and change it, demand other things. And it is normal. It is an accepted practice in the Middle East. An American will sit there and go, "What? You're wasting my time." And a Middle Easterner will say, "What? Why do you insult me? This is what I am supposed to do. I get the best for my family, for my sect, for my group, for my tribe, for my region. What is wrong with you, American?" And that's the problem. I told you, stop asking an insulting question. What's the date? What's the rate? And then he says to me, only way Kurds agree to resume flow of oil is that they are happy with what they are getting and happy with the new rate, in our opinion. Yeah, that's why the Kurds are working with Sudani shoulder to shoulder. That's why you see the oil flowing. That's why everybody's patiently waiting for the HCL, for the pay, for the gas, for the retirements, for everything. Everybody knows the truth. Even the troublemakers, Parliament, know the truth. Why do you think they're urinating on everybody? I then respond and I give him my report, and unfortunately, my report's a long one. So, you kick back, relax as we talk to Eddie here. Okay, it goes on. There's no end to this. It's long, stupid long is what it is. All righty, gentlemen, I want to thank you for your report. First of all, it is very good to see the Kurds inspecting and looking at the budget to make sure that they got what was promised to them by Sudani. I have no problems with that. The fact that they're looking at it tells me that there is a new exchange rate. If there wasn't a new exchange rate, what would they care at 1310? They want to complete their projects just like Baghdad wants to. And the fact that they're looking at the budget funds tells me that there's a new exchange rate. Why would they care to study it at 1310 rate? Now, concerning the high military convoy that is coming into your country, I told you so. Not to you, not to you. I promise I would never say that to you, but to Eddie, I told you so. I told you so, Eddie, didn't I? We're not going anywhere. We're staying. And as much as everybody wants us out of there, as much as Parliament in Iran or any other party wants to kick us out of Iraq, it's never going to happen. We are actually increasing our presence in Iraq, kind of quietly, whether they like it or not. We are there to protect the reforms. We are there to protect the reforms. Now, concerning Article 12-2C not being voted on or passed yet by Parliament, that's because, in my opinion, Article 12-2C and the new exchange rate are married. And Alak is performing the ceremony right now as the wedding minister, laughing out loud. Eddie, I am very encouraged to see that they announced that they agree with Sudani. They agree with Baghdad on the flow of the oil for the budget. I don't care what parliament lies are. And in my opinion, this is happening because Trump is acting as the wedding minister for the American dollar, laughing out loud. In order to see the it's good to see the television have Sudani say to you Iraqi citizens that we have over 100 billion in reserves. That is an announcement, Eddie. That is an announcement that you have a new exchange rate, in my opinion. For God's sakes, you have over 100 billion in reserves for 1310? That's not how it works, Eddie. This 100 billion in reserves is for your currency. It is for you. It is for you, Iraqi citizens. It is for you, purchasing power. It is for Iraqi stability. It is for Iraq's credibility. It is for Iraq's, like I told you, you have the highest security and stability and credibility in the world right now. And those are the perfect conditions, according to Dr. Shabibi, for a new rate and the introduction of new lower notes to match that rate. And finally, Eddie, Parliament is going to complain. Of course, Parliament will do that. 10 seconds later, they come out and they speak against what the courts have agreed with Baghdad and Sudani. And you're letting that bother you? Really? I know you to be way past Parliament. Parliament is a figment of their imagination. They don't even exist, Eddie. Of course, Parliament is speaking against what is good for you, Iraqi citizens. They are green in the face with anger. They are red in the face with hatred. They are yellow in the face with cowardness by stealing from you. They refuse the truth of Sudani and the truth of Iraq. So once again, don't let Parliament bother you. You're stronger than that, Eddie. And he is. He is. Mr. Frank, did you know that Barzani, the leader of the Kurds, was actually born in Iran? He's not even an Iraqi. Yeah, I knew that. And that also is a very powerful indication that your country is sick and tired. It doesn't want to be abused any longer by Iran. Even good Iranians in your country know that this is true. That's why Barzani's, even though he's Iranian, he's a good Iranian. He knows the truth. That's true, Mr. Frank. We are under a philosophical change here in Iraq. But, Mr. Frank, it's all good. Sometime after being broke for so long, you kind of forget who you actually are and what you are entitled to. Exactly, Eddie. You hit the nail on the head, and it is going to be all for the good. It is to remove the evil that has tortured your country for so long. Mr. Frank, we know our worth as Iraqi citizens, and we know our purchasing power and our money from oil reserves is coming. We know this. We know this. Doesn't matter what Parliament says. Mr. Frank, they just told us the gold reserves is 152 tons. Sir, it looks like Kurds bought new demands today for Article 12-2C of the budget, but bingo, they know that Article 12 of the budget has the new rate in it. But bingo, you see that I agree with you, Eddie. And they did it, like they do in the Middle East. Hey, look, okay, we signed. Hey, we agree. Hey, no, shoulder to shoulder. Oil's flowing, okay. But look at here, I want a little something extra in there, okay. All right. I want a linoleum floor in my bathroom. Okay. Okay. Yeah, and I want a golden cover for my toilet seat. Okay. Just add it. You can do that for me. You do that for me. Okay. 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 You do that for me. Oh, okay. All right. And they did that for them. Okay. It was no big deal. It was no big deal. You can call them demands. You can call them whatever. But the reason why Eddie says that they did that because they know there's a new rate in the budget. You can afford it, Sudani. To which I say, wow. Wow, okay, whoa, wow, okay. No, I did. I said, wow. Hey, you can read that backwards. So I said, wow, you guys are now being told that you have 152, 152 tons. Hey, Eddie, are you ready for this? Hey, Eddie, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready for this? If you double that number, you're still not even close to the truth. Eddie, they will never tell you how much gold that they have. You know why? It's an immeasurable amount. Frank, Eddie says that he has about 152 dinars. That's about it. Not 152 tons of gold. Uh, Hey, that's a good point. I'm responding to what he said about earlier. That's a good point about the Kurds, but I don't think that there will be much friction to grant them what they are asking for. Besides, this is how the Middle East does business. You never agree on anything one day, in one day. You never agree on anything in one day, and you guys know that. Let's let this process work itself out. Personally, I love what I'm seeing. Hey, Neil, tell Eddie I have 152 Kentucky Fried Chicken legs. Eddie says he will take those Kentucky Fried Chicken legs, all 152, and original recipe, please. And I say, I know, right? Original recipe is the best. I really don't care for the crispy one. Yesterday, 8:45 p.m. in the evening, television has oil ministers saying Parliament is studying a draft now to receive the oil from the Kurdistan region. Ha ha, Parliament, you lost. Eddie. Continuing with Eddie. Today, so now we're with today's report. Oil ministers on the television and giving a big report. Iraq will bring gas emissions down to zero, and we will continue gas production and operations for more than 100 years. And they talked a lot about this issue. To which I said, Eddie, that is a big issue. You've been burning off your oil or excuse me, your gas all this time. That is another source of income that is astronomical. And they tell you that it's going to last for more than 100 years. No, son, it'll last for over 1,000 years. Alok, Mr. Frank on TV announcing the near launch of an initiative to finance the industrial projects. Alak is assuring them that we have the funds. Television showing Parliament deadlock over the oil and gas Article 12, saying it's controversial and at its complete deadlock, but we don't pay attention to them. Mr. Frank, World Bank also here. We pay attention to them with Alak, and they're talking about financing projects. Oh, this is good. We want to hear more. Also on TV, Channel 1, Abu Dhabi Stock Exchange and Iraq in cooperation. Again, Mr. Frank, this is really good, isn't it? Why would they want this? I respond. I respond to Eddie. All this swelling of investment and interest is working with Iraq. I'm sorry, all this swelling of investment and interest to work with Iraq has nothing to do with a program rate. If it did, none of them would be talking to Iraq right now. Frank, Eddie says Parliament may play games and say it's stalled and won't pass oil and gas, but contrary to what they think, the government is doing all these deals for nothing. One thing won't hold up this. So both Kurds and Baghdad are in agreement. It's just the corrupt in Parliament trying to hold this up, and it's kind of ridiculous. It's kind of ridiculous. To which I say, wow, Eddie, you sound like me. Wow, Eddie, now you sound like me. And I'm proud of your attitude today. Stay strong, Eddie. Let them say what they want. You never fight against a bully. They are talking to the echoes of their words. Nobody pays attention to them. And I am glad that you finally have that in your understanding. Stay strong, my friend. We are soon to land. Follow the star. Follow the money. To which he said, explain, and to which I stopped. I hope you enjoyed your time with me tonight, family. I am so sorry that I went a lot longer than I had expected, but I pray to God that we were able to help you, that you were able to understand some things that might have been a little confusing. I am grateful to my teams. God bless them all. I want to thank Mark Anglin, Christabella, Donnie Inman, Rebecca Hill, Dr. Tooth Fairy, and Eric Sims for your financial contributions. God bless all of you. Thank you so much for your desire to help. Go right ahead, gentlemen.
Hey, Brother Frank, how you doing, buddy?
Mighty fine. How's the music industry?
Well, it's doing good. I got a couple of bones to pick with you, though. Number one, I know up north you all love the snow, and, you cherish it. So your snow is down here in my yard in North Carolina. I need you to come get it.
No.
And take it back home. It's acting stupid.
Tink said no.
No snow.
No.
No, you need to come get it. It's not good. We don't want it. And then number two, somehow or another, the sickness that you and Tink had has spread its way from Ohio to North Carolina. Cliff and I both have been severely sick for the last 4 days. We're trying to get better, but God's got us in control. We'll be all right. Jan, thanks for the info. We will be looking into that.
Indeed. I hope you feel better, guys. God bless you. Tell the
Thank you,
family
man.
how they can get a
Yeah,
song.
real quick, just tell you, Frank, we appreciate you. This custom song business is doing well. We've still got some time left for Valentine's, guys and gals. Know that, roses will fade away, but a song will last forever. And the people that have got songs from us are just, they're a cherished thing that they enjoy. And we really are honored to be able to do that for them. So if you need a custom song for that loved one or someone it's hard to buy for or whatever, I promise you a song about them with their name in it, detailing the information about them, whether it's a love song, birthday song, Valentine's, anniversary, whatever. We'd love to create that for you. And we got that going on now. So if you want some more information on that, give us a call at 423-367-7648. And we're excited to continue to keep doing it. And thank you and Frank and Jan for giving us the opportunity.
You're more than welcome. I'm just so proud of you guys because this is very personal for someone to write a song for someone that they love, they care, a family member, for someone to, purchase it and invest in it. Yeah, it's very, very personal, very intimate thing. And then the songs. I mean, family. You know the FRANK26 theme song that I sing every time we start, every time we end. That's Cliff and Tony's work. Give them a call, family. Give them a call if you are interested in having a song written for someone that you love or for yourself. Commemorates an event that was important to you. Have a song that will be in your heart forever and ever.
Maybe they should make a song that says "Take Back Your Snow."
I may have to come up with that song. Take back your snow, Tink.
Take care, gentlemen.
Yeah, the only thing that made me mad about being sick, Cliff and I were actually, just a quick side note, we were on our way to visit Logan. He's about 3 hours away from us. We were going to do a little Christmas get together with Logan on Thursday. We've had to cancel that naturally because of this crap.
Yeah.
But we'll get there and we'll get him done. And
yeah, you better wait at least a good.
So,
it took me and my wife and I at least 3 weeks to get over it. It's amazing. It used to be a 3-day weekend cold. Nowadays, it's a 3-week to get over anything that's out there. Y'all be strong.
We will. Thank you, buddy. We'll keep cracking.
God bless you. Take care, gentlemen. Bye-bye.
Thank you, buddy. Good night.
Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Did you enjoy your conference call tonight, family? I did. It was full of a lot of information. I leave you in peace. I leave you with a prayer, if it's okay with you, and I ask you to take the work that we do to God in prayer. Would you do that for me? And pray. You know, I always say pray for each other, right? Last time we were together, I prayed for Biden. Yeah, no, I did, and I prayed sincerely. He's a child of God. You think? Don't you think that God's heart is broken when somebody doesn't want to accept their son or a Christian life? I mean, I am serious. What's Biden gonna do? Does he tell God in his prayers, well, God, today we aborted 1,200 kids? Yeah, okay. Today, we allowed all these illegal people to invade our country and kill them. Yeah, okay. And today, I also called people. Yeah, okay. So you see, that's why I don't know what he prays about. And the interesting is that people like Mr. Biden, people like me, there's going to be a special day for us in heaven. It's dedicated just for me, just for Biden, just for you. A special day, man. You know, dun, 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 pumps and circumstances, and I mean, you're going to be centerpiece. There you are, front and center, right in front of the stage there, and that day is called Judgment Day. Family, God loves people like you. You know how I know that? Because he loves people like me. Abba, Heavenly Father, by the blood of Jesus, through the Holy Spirit, I come to your throne room. You are my God, you are my wall of protection, and I see it in everything that I do. Oh, death, where's your sting? Oh, sins, where is your stench? Nowhere. For I walk with you in the light. Why is there darkness? So that light can overtake it. Nothing grows in darkness. Everything lives in the light of your Son, Jesus. Thank you, God, for this evening. It was good, you know? Like when you have a really good cup of coffee. Not that I know, I don't drink coffee, God. But you know, like when you have a good barbecue. Yeah, and you like barbecues, don't you, God? Yeah, your word says that you enjoy the smell of the burnt offerings. You like the smell of incense. I do too, God. I do too. I think I will enjoy heaven. I like talking to you. I like being with you. I like singing with you. I like laughing with you. I even like crying with you. Thank you for being my God. Forgive me of my sins by that blood of your Son, Jesus, that is so special. And through the Holy Spirit, walk with me, talk with me, as I pray to you. Amen. 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 Oh, you're still with us. You son of a gun.
I'm still with you.
Thank you. Ooh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. God bless you, Andy. Love you, my brother.
Yes, sir.
Hey, family. You know how I always leave something at the end? Let me see where we are. Oh, my goodness, Jen. We still got about 1,900 people. That's amazing. And they stayed for the show. I'm so proud of you guys. I'm so proud of you. I'm going to give you a big piece of candy. I might give you a cookie. Well, let's not exaggerate. But you know how I always save something, right? We just prayed. And would you like a little something extra for dessert? Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see if you're even listening to me. Say yes or no. Say da, si, yes, jawohl.
Why not?
It scared me. Where'd that come from? Is that you, God? I just snorted.
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah, somebody put pork favor. Look at that. They just did the spam commercial. Pork favor. Okay, get a pencil and paper. Get a pencil and paper. Okay, stop, 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 stop. Pork favor. There it is. Cipo. I like that one too. Pia just said cipo. Okay, get a pencil and paper. I want you to write something down. Okay, you ready? Okay, here we go. Here we go. This is gonna be fun. You're gonna like this. So, Mr. Real Estate Man, they accepted my proposal for the house. Yeah, they want $1 million for it, Frank. Okay, take this letter uh, and propose this to them. Um, I have Iraqi dinars, homeowner. Yeah, homeowner. Yeah, I have Iraqi dinars. And oh, you do know? Yeah, you saw it on the news too. I know. I did. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. You didn't get a chance to buy any. Oh, that's okay. Don't worry. I have Iraqi dinars, and I'd like to buy your house. Would you accept my Iraqi dinars to buy your house? Why? Oh, because I would be paying you your $1 million. But if you held on to those $1 million, it will eventually go into a float or a basket and gain even more. You may double that money. You may triple it. I don't know. Why don't you think about it? Why don't you pray about it? Okay. Next day they call me and they say, okay, we accept. Here's $1 million. Give me your million home. Have a good day. They wait a year. That $1 million may be worth more. Now, is this legal? Is this permissible? Can one do that? I don't know. But isn't it an amazing thought? So I'm going to pursue this and I'm going to find out if this is something that can be done. If it can be done, I'll avoid bank fees. Oh. And the seller could double, triple, quadruple. Oh. Thank you kindly for being with us. God bless you all. I'll see you. When will I see them again, sweetie?
Friday, the 31st at 6.
Friday, the 31st at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And once again, we'll have a good time, okay? God bless you all. Sweet aloha. Pray for each other. Talk to each other. Pick up the phone, okay? Don't text. Pick up the phone and talk to them. Go knock on their door. Make sure they're alive. Put a mirror underneath their nose. God bless you all. Sweet aloha. Bye-bye. Ooh. I used to be a Dina newbie until I watched Frank's UB2B. With a twinkle in his eyes and God by his side, Frank's teachings reach as far and wide. So whenever I need a Dina fix, I tune into Frank's at 26. He's got the latest, greatest news from the streets. Tune in now, tune in here, this is the Dina beat. Now take it from me, Frank is no rookie. It's okay, Tink, give this man a cookie. You never know what suit he'll be wearing, so I wear my sunglasses because they are so glaring. So whenever I need a Dina fix, I tune into Frank 26. He's got the latest, greatest news from the street. Tune in now, tune in here, this is the Dina beat. Sit up, be patient, and get ready. Frank's got some news from Walking Stick and Eddie. Frank breaks down the news and keeps us straight. Come on, Iraq, can you give us the rate? So whenever I need a Dina fix, I tune into Frank 26. He's got the latest, greatest news from the street. Tune in now, tune in here, this is the Dina beat. Hey, Tink, I need a cookie. Come on, Tink, I deserve some cookies. Cookies? Cookie, cookie, cookies, cookies. Come on, Tink, give up the cookies. Woo! This is what do you call it? Bun cake or what do you
Lemon pound cake with frosting.
lemon pound cake? Is it for me? All of it's for me?
Yep.
I'm gonna take a bite. Tastes like apples.
No, it doesn't.
Oh no! Oh, I'm sorry. Tastes like lemons.
Yes.
Wow, this is good stuff. Thanks, baby. You like me.
I love you.
You love me. You wanna kiss me. You wanna kiss? Come here, kiss me. No, you don't wanna kiss me. That's okay. Oh man.
Is that better than cookies?
Oh yes, because it's so rich. I mean, this is semi-cookie. Thank you, sweetheart. I love you for it. My goodness, it's so good. I'm sorry. Here, I should share. There. Okay, take a bite. Bye-bye. I gotta go. I need therapy.